Hey guys, before we start this week's episode, make sure you tap in by hitting that subscribe button, that plus sign button, wherever you tune into this podcast, whether it's on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure you subscribe and rate us 5 stars only, okay? Don't be selectively ignorant with that. Welcome to another episode of Selective Ignorance. I'm your host, Mandy B. And boy, do we have a lot on the docket today. We are starting off with some ignorant takes from my boy Ja. We are correcting our IVF mix-up. I am talking about ignorance around the World Cup, and then we are doing a brief update on, or recap on the BET Awards that took place on Sunday night. This is not a sports podcast, but we are talking about Terrion Arnold, the case that has sent the Detroit Lions cornerback to jail. Do we blame his friends? Do we blame his poor decision-making? What is to blame? Then in This Is America, we are talking the Chase exec who lost her job for emptying a Knicks trash can. Should people be able to lose their jobs over things that they do outside of work hours? Our thoughts. Then the Big Tigger domestic abuse case. Now, we do want to add a trigger warning here because we are, of course, talking about domestic violence. However, the internet does not appear to be viewing Big Tigger's wife as a victim. And is it because she has a past herself? Are you able to be a victim when there are charges and lack of evidence against you and things that you've done in your past? Then in Celebrity Say the Darndest Things, y'all, Oprah Winfrey, baby, recalls a story about Whitney Houston falling off of her stage, and this has sent the internet into a storm, pretty much discussing whether or not you should be able to speak ill of the dead. Then the last conversation, Lizzo is complaining about lack of support from label amid her abysmal record sales. Now, is this a story about where the music industry currently is, or are we just seeing the end of the body positivity movement? Baby, we're getting into a lot today. Please buckle up, and if you are easily offended, bitch, you've come to the right spot. Welcome to another episode of Selective Ignorance. Again, I'm your host, Mandy B, joined by my super producers.
Gang.
Hey, yo, we got Journalism Jason joining us not from Jersey, but at the Hot 97 studios up in the NYC. What's up, Jason?
Hey.
How are you?
I was gonna say headquarters, but I'm. This is a side room. I couldn't be in the main headquarters this time for y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. It's giving side room, babe.
Yes,
it's giving closet.
Yes.
It's giving you trying to isolate yourself from the madness.
It's busy. It's because the holidays are coming up and mix show weekend, so all the DJs are in and out of the DJ booth. So I can't really get up in there.
Oh, that is right.
That's like the actual.
Do you have family plans for the 4th of July this weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna go to the beach, do Puerto Rican things at the beach, get my Bad Bunny playing, my nutcrackers, all that.
Yeah.
It's giving you're going to Orchard then.
Yeah, Rockaway. We do Rockaway.
Oh, okay. Well, I just know the Puerto Ricans, babe, take over Orchard Beach, babe. Okay?
That they do.
I have never seen, hold on, Orchard Beach is the place where I saw the biggest Puerto Rican flags in my life. It's like the size of a whole building. I didn't even know they made flags that big until I went to Orchard Beach.
Is it near where Puerto Ricans live? Like, is it just?
It's the Bronx.
It's in the Bronx.
Okay.
It's the Bronx.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
It's crazy, John. Like New York beaches and New Jersey beaches are too. So like in New Jersey beaches, they check your shit so you can't have drinks, right? And you have to pay to go through. It's like
civilized.
family.
You're saying
You'll hear like
not in the Bronx.
Fucking Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah,
right? You go to the beach in New York, it's like nutcrackers, everybody has their drinks, everybody's playing music, gigantic flags, like 2 different temperature checks.
Oh, well, and you could get in the water in Jersey.
In New York, not so much.
Unless you want to come out with 6 toes.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't
I
want to.
I wouldn't do it.
You ever heard of the legend that is La Marina?
I've heard of La Marina, yes. I've heard people talk about
Orchard Beach is La Marina without the La Marina.
I heard they're bringing La Marina back this summer.
Yeah, I think they're doing it 4th of July weekend. They're doing it for like one day. It's like a 1 day one-off party joint.
But they did, in the interim, they had another party called Que Lo Que, right?
Yeah, same people.
Which are the same people. Right. Got it.
Yeah.
I gotta go to.
Oh no,
Look
listen.
at you. You just want to sit here and let people know you know a little Espanol. Talk about que lo que.
I may be a little, I might have some,
I see it in the bun. You have a little something up there. I see it in the bun.
I don't know if it's Dominican or
La
Puerto Rican.
Marina's like gentrified now. It's like all nice. It's called like something on the Hudson. It's all clean and nice.
I gotta go to a New York
it was
beach.
clean before.
No, you gotta just go to be in New York for
Far
the summer.
is a good start. Yeah.
It's cute. It's cute. Y'all, we got the OG pod legend, A-King to my right. What it do? You ready?
I think I am.
Y'all, A-King had me doing old people shit.
A-King had you. Oh
A-King hit me on the Sunday tip and was like, trying to join me at the farmer's market. Baby, he was like, yo, they take the skin off of the pineapple for you.
They do.
We was in there doing old people shit, getting fillets in the fish section. Like, it was real cute. Real old.
Well, she's not giving me the backstory. Because I talk about, my excursions to the farmer's market.
Right.
So she's like, you won't tell me when you go eat woo. So I was like, yo, I'm going to pull up. What up? She's like, all right, let's go. But
and I did.
It was cool. That's
By
why.
the way, I say the same thing to Yomi. Yomi goes to another farmer's market that I've never been to. And y'all know I'm Asian.
Oh,
so I be needing to go to. I don't like that you're laughing that hard over there, Jay.
No, because you're a New Yorker too. So now I know.
We'll get there.
Oh, mixy.
I think you're confused, babes.
First off, y'all know I am multiracial.
Multiracial is crazy.
And then y'all know we got the king of headlines in the building, Jason Jolly.
Pod blessing all the Yap niggas. What up?
I'm really excited to hear your ignorant take because you hit that in the group chat like I got one.
With affirmation, with conviction.
There we go with conviction. I don't know.
Because I saw something that I've had patience with for long enough at the end of last week, and now my patience is over. Yeah, my patience is up. I'm done with it. So now we're going to be different about it. Now we're going to be different about it. Yeah,
let's do it.
Okay, well, before we get to your ignorant
you had a
take,
shot of tequila yet? Drink that before you
he did.
get that.
By the way, y'all, if things get a little rowdy, all of us except for Jason had a shot of tequila, okay? And it's because these niggas was late.
That's why we're having a shot of tequila. You see how the niggas twist the narrative? That's why we're having a shot of tequila. Okay.
That's our white side.
Listen,
I'm a white.
Before we get to our ignorant takes, Cha, I do want to make a correction. There was a lot of people in the comments about misinformation that was discussed on last week's pod. We talked about the IVF mix-up between the two couples in Orlando. We do want it to be made clear that before they did the genetic testing of the baby, they first just saw visual signs that the baby was not Caucasian. And so there were headlines that did say that the baby was black or non-white.
Right.
So there were headlines, unfortunately, that did, get us to believe that the baby was black. Of course, after genetic testing, the baby was 100% South Asian.
Yes.
Beyond that, there were other people who were misinformed saying that the other parents did not want the baby. That is also not true.
I don't know where that came from.
The Asian couple that were actual biological parents to the embryo did say they would have liked to raise the child.
Right.
But because of legal things, there's just not enough laws that protect IVF mix-up like this.
Right.
So wait, the baby was Asian.
The baby was Asian, South Asian.
So what? So the
right, here we go.
So wait a minute.
Yep.
So the issue was that the baby wasn't black.
Right.
Yes.
So what if the baby was Asiatic?
What the fuck is an Asiatic?
You say Asian, right? You ever heard of Asiatic black man?
The original man.
Oh, the original.
The original man.
Here we go.
6'7".
6'7".
You take out one of if you take out one a tiger, like then you
then boom, you have right.
Yeah.
I mean, or to be fair, being in Asia, yes, they are very fair skinned, but you have if you go to clearly India, Malaysia.
Yeah, right. We go if you're getting closer to the equator, it's hot down there.
And they're black.
And you're gonna be dark.
Okay, well they're brown according to the ignorant.
Mandy, there's niggas all over. That's what we was talking about. There's niggas in this whole world.
All over.
You could go to Indonesia, you see niggas, and not niggas that's they went there, that grew out the soil there.
Oh, not grew out the soil.
Asiatic.
Okay, now.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that was an Asiatic baby.
But when just looking at the picture, the baby I didn't zoom in on the picture. I didn't see like the baby's hair, nothing. I just saw a black baby. I see a baby that's that dark. I'm thinking the baby's black.
That's what I'm saying.
It could have been a black Dominican baby. It could have been a black Puerto Rican baby. I don't know, but it was a little black baby. It wasn't a white baby.
Everybody in the comments was like, baby, no black. And they was upset that we were having the conversation about this baby being black.
But the 2 articles that I read initially about that story said nothing about South Asian at all.
Well, that's so. Look, when we report, when we report things, we report from the sources that we have access to, right? So there was no error there. It's just that in the flow,
new information,
and it happens. It's still developing.
Yeah.
So we're able to say, hey, you know what? Course correction, kinda. And here we are.
I did just want to start with
stop being fucking fake outraged, motherfucker. And drink some tequila with us and listen to this episode.
Unrelated. Where's the white come from in Tiger Woods? Ja, you know that? Is his dad mixed? Where's the white in the Caucasian? Because his mom is Asian, his dad is black. Where's the white part?
Wait, they say that
he said Cablinasian.
Because he says he's Cablinasian.
Caucasian, black and Asian.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure whether.
But maybe one of his parents, one of them is a part white.
That nigga identifies himself.
I was saying
his status is white. His money is white. That's what the white. My money is white.
Is the mom's his grandmother white? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a good question. I never actually thought about that until you just said that. I was just like, I just knew he didn't want to
he get in is white.
White pockets.
Yeah.
White pockets and white pussy.
And white kids.
The white liquor that he drinking that keeps him swerving off the road is.
Okay.
There you go.
We're going too far.
I can't curse like that no more.
That got so dark.
You drinking Espolon, man. What do you want from me?
At 10 o'clock in the morning. All right, well, John, let's get to your ignorant take.
Let's get right to it.
All right, so I've long said that one of society's ills is that we have practiced unprotected patriarchy for a long time.
I did say unprotected sex.
For a long time.
Unprotected patriarchy.
But to that point, we all are open to catching STDs.
Mono, all of it.
Socially transmitted diseases because of this patriarchy.
You did that.
Right.
Nigga.
So...
We trademarking that shit right after this show, so don't even try it.
Hey, can you let him get his shit off?
Sorry. It's tequila. It's your fault. I told you don't do that. Why
you let a sip.
A sip.
Don't take much.
A sip.
But we've been raw dogging, we've been fucking women over in terrible ways. Mm-hmm. All right. Absolutely. And so none of us are immune to misogyny. That's men and women. Mm-hmm. And it's something that we've all had to unlearn. We try to practice. I try to respect people. You know, I grew up in a middle-class household with 2 parents, with a PhD father and a mother with a law degree. You know, so I was taught to respect people. But I saw something this weekend that made me question whether or not working on my misogyny and other patriarchal things that we've learned through society is worth it. So if J-Rock, could you please drop my music real quick?
Yeah, let's do this real quick.
We have our own problems. TPS for both countries extended multiple times. And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture and our values. You being here only dilutes it for us, those who built it and live it.
Whoa.
And half of you people, more than half, you won't assimilate. We don't want you. We don't care if you're offended. Get out. Go home. Go back to fucking Haiti.
Now, what you just heard was Megyn Kelly going on a rant celebrating the Supreme Court decision to give Trump, to allow Trump to revoke the temporary protected status of Haitian immigrants in America. Roughly 350,000 is the number that they put out there of Haitian immigrants who are in this country who are under temporary protected status. And I'm not gonna lie, after I watched that clip, I called Megyn Kelly all kind of bitches. Cracker bitches and puss-ass bitches and funky-ass bitches. And Too Short has to give me the favorite word now because it is no longer his how many bitches I call Megyn Kelly. And what I realized is that...
Fuck-face bitches.
Dog-face bitches. Sunken-face bitches. All kind of bitches. And what I realized is that I think that my misogyny stops with white women. I think that's all I have for these wretched white hoes now is misogyny. I don't have no talking. I don't have no empathy. I don't have no kumbaya for these bitches. For these bitches. Like, the audacity of this lady. Now, I've watched Megyn Kelly do a lot of foul shit. I've watched her attack my good sister, Jamel Hill. Mm-hmm. I've watched her split the hairs on pedophilia. about whether a 5-year-old or a 15-year-old is really pedophilia and what the difference is in that. I watched her say wild shit about Trayvon Martin. I watched her say wild shit about all kind of people. And I'm not Haitian, but I have good Haitian people in my life.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Todd St. Louis, a good mutual friend of ours.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Scania Florestal, HBCU.
Shout out to the Podfather.
Shout out. So now we get to that. One of the reasons that all of us are sitting up here is because of a good Haitian man named Reggie Osei, Combat Jack. Combat Jack is a Haitian man, proud Haitian man who brought a lot of opportunity to a lot of us. If you go back to the 1800s, the Haitians that arrived here in the States, in Virginia, after the Haitian Revolution, after they fought for their freedom, were also instrumental in helping Black people establish Freemason lodges so that we could help communicate with each other under guise of
the compass in the square.
Being away from the peering eyes of white people to help us get off some of our revolutionary shit. So Haitian people are important to Black people. Haitian people are important to America. So I don't know what the fuck this bitch is talking about, but I'm done with all of that. I'm done with all of that. I think about all the wretched white bitches that we've seen over the past few. We've seen Maternal Instinct. This wretched bitch. We've seen the wretched bitch that shot the woman through the door in Florida, calling the little kids niggers and all that kind of shit. So we're done with that. We're done with all of that. So there's not going to be, we're always going to speak highly of Black women, even if we have to critique. We don't have to be ugly about it. But I don't have any more patience for these wretched white hoes.
I'm not going to lie. And that's why when people try to tie in the label of a feminist with me, bro, I don't agree with all women and their stances. And,
bro.
And when it comes to the intersectionality of feminism, a lot of the times we separate ourselves. When I say we, Black women separate ourselves from white women all the time because it doesn't align. And to see this, it's disgusting. I love also that was your rant because I actually want to piggyback off of your rant.
Have at it.
Speaking of Haiti.
Have at it.
Speaking of Haiti, so I had the opportunity to go to my first World Cup game.
You did. I was jealous of that too.
Listen, that's why
that shit like a good ass time. Y'all was in there balling. I was like, oh,
it was a good ass time.
Yeah.
It was hot, but it was a good ass time. And we started a bet that we didn't get to complete because it was like a game that didn't match most football games. So hear me out. So I attend the Haiti versus Morocco match where within the first, 10, 15 minutes, Haiti scores 2 points. Mind you, for anyone who is unfamiliar with this, Haiti has not scored in the world match in over 50 years.
Yes.
So this is a massive thing.
Big deal.
Mind you, Haiti is also already disqualified from advancing by the time we get to this match. So they could have scored 100. Morocco still would have advanced, right? So I post in my Morocco jersey-ness and all the things on social media, and this is where I was met with a lot of the ignorance of the American people. First off, so many of my followers were upset at me for rooting for Morocco and not Haiti because of Blackness. Let me dig into that.
They don't know.
Let me dig into that further.
Unlearned.
So as I'm reading these comments, I'm like, what the fuck? And of course, because I attend the match, I hashtag it. My algorithm, of course, is telling me all about the history of all the things, right? So Haiti is flooded on my feed in my algorithm, and so is Morocco.
Okay.
And so I would like to let you guys know, for those of you who are unaware, because this is what I'm hearing. So let's talk about how Americans act when you tell them Moroccans are African. You say I'm Moroccan, or you say you're rooting for Morocco, and they're like, but you don't look African. And basically what I saw is that the consensus is that Moroccans are Middle Eastern. They are not. Yes, they speak African, but they are literally on the continent of Africa.
Correct.
And so as I'm sitting here, they speak Arabic. Yes. And so, but regardless of the language, if you look at the... Oh, no, my bad. I meant Arabic. But if you look at... And sorry, y'all, I was corrected because I don't know if y'all heard on me. They speak Arabic. However, if you look at all of the African countries, all of the countries on the continent of Africa all of them speak different languages.
Correct.
So like there's no one language that ties you to being African either. And African is also just this word that is literally an entire continent made up of so many different countries. And so anyways, I just say all of that to say, for all of you ignorant ass, non-geographical ass motherfuckers in my comments, acting as though
niggas never went to social studies.
I'm rooting for a colonizer of some sort. Morocco is literally on the continent of Africa. And so me rooting for any team, Haiti, Morocco, baby, I'm rooting for everyone black. Mind you, my sister, her daddy got deported back to Haiti. So I wasn't going to be mad if Haiti won either. I was just enjoying my first match, and sorry I couldn't split the jersey in half.
Mandy can't have fun?
Yeah, bruh.
Mandy just turned to Nick. No. Mandy's a Knick fan now.
Yo. Chill.
Now she's a Morocco football fan now.
Oh, baby, go football.
And then she was wearing an OKC jersey last week.
I was in Oklahoma City.
She's sports fluid.
Baby, I'm Drake. Okay?
Sport team fluid.
No, you know how Drake, me and him got the biracial thing going? I'ma just root for everybody when I got people on the team, whatever city I'm in. You know, he might be rooting for the Rockets because he like Houston. I don't
know what Aubrey likes.
You ready? When we go, depending on the team they play, to the Hawks games, I be rooting for the Hawks.
Then never me.
No, actually, you're lying right now. We have video of you rooting for the Hawks against the Celtics.
Well, that was because
there's video evidence.
And why did I do that? I'm always thinking about the Knicks. That's all.
Gay?
No. I mean, I'm talking about position.
Right. Gay?
The rabbit hole goes deeper.
Hey, yo.
No, but Jason, I mean, I love that your rant tied into mine because, like, what the fuck?
There's more to unpack there, though.
What do you mean?
With his shit, but we, you know.
No.
There's
that
levels.
was crazy.
There's levels. She wild out.
Wow.
Yeah, she wild out.
I want to say, too, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe we could talk about this next week, outside of the Supreme Court passing this and the way that they're talking about kicking people out of the country, during the World Cup match, it's also been interesting because we are allegedly right now accepting refugees from South Africa.
Correct.
The Afrikaans.
Yeah, the cons.
Oh my God.
Heavy on the con.
Hold on, which made me upset because I watched this cooking show on Netflix. And the way that she made sure to pronounce Afrikaan like that to distinguish herself away from being African. It's really interesting now seeing also white people act oblivious to the type of people that are in South Africa because they're allowing them in. So I'll probably play this next week or on a bonus, but there was a back and forth where this white lady was like, see, we're not racist. We're letting Africans into the country. We're letting South Africans.
On Abby Phillips' show?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, this whole week has been, because there was another, I think his name is Bruce Emmer. He's some kind of, he's a state rep in Minnesota. He had another rant this weekend about Haitians and not assimilate. Some of the same talking points that Megyn Kelly had. They don't assimilate. They don't want to come here. They want to, like, nobody has to assimilate. That's not part of the immigration process. You don't have to come here and heil America. You don't have to come here and learn the national anthem. All you got to do is come here and pay taxes.
Yep.
There's no other requirements. There's no requirement to love this country. There's no requirement to kiss the ass of the forefathers or none of that shit. All you got to do is obey the law and pay your taxes. So all that other shit they try to kick about, basically they're saying, why won't you be more white if you come here? Why won't you adopt this white culture if you come to America from somewhere else?
And guess what? We seeing it ain't working for the Cubans in Florida, babes. They're sending you back to your country. They're sending all of these, like, especially the white passing Latinos, they're seeing how much that proximity to whiteness or
that
even claiming white, it don't save you or your family lineage, babe.
Nope.
But do you think that they're leaning into the history, the complex history between Haiti and the Americas as it relates to the Haitian Revolution?
Well, it could be.
Because I always had the mindset that white people, you know, they understand history, even when it's not in their favor, and they hold on to that shit.
100%.
Right? And they'll hold on, and they'll do things today as it pertains to being petty to something that happened 100 years ago. Because they still hold on to, because they were in the unfavorable position back then.
Well, we talked about what's my man's name? What's the white man we talked about a few episodes ago that was part of Project 2025, studied African history in college.
The founder of the,
I don't know why I'm blanking on the dude's name right now, but like, they remember all
He's a Project 2025 founder. PhD studies and African studies.
African studies, I don't know why I'm blanking on this white man's name. We talked on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But like, to your point though, they remember all of that shit. So like, are y'all, is Trump pressing the gas on Haitians because they remember how influential Haitians were in the revolution of black people? Do they not want us to be clicked up? Do they not want us to build that momentum and have that energy and that camaraderie amongst each other? Like, what is it about Haiti that's pressing them so bad? There's a lot of countries that have way more immigrants that come here than people from Haiti.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even in the top 10 of countries of people who come to America. So what are y'all so pressed about these people for? What threat do they pose to you?
They ain't had griot or pickles yet.
They don't want the real history to come out.
That shit'll make them want to stay.
They don't want the real history to come out. They're smart. Unprotected patriotism is actually a really good phrase, right? Because they're literally using like white passing Cubans and certain people for their vote, and then the next day they're like, "Yo, get out of here," right? And it's so funny because it's like they're the ones who are also writing the history books. So it's like the thing that they're like hedging to erase. They're using the threat of that to scare people off with it, right? Like even with the Megyn Kelly thing, like she's the same person who said Santa Claus is white. Like y'all probably saw that clip where she was standing Santa Claus is white.
Yeah, fighting
for he's just white, right? Like, and with the certainty that she said it was, right? But it's because they're also like they're it's like the carrot and the stick, but they're doing it with history and your vote and playing in our face with it.
That's why it's very important for us collectively to mash the gas the same way and teach the babies, man. And when I say babies, we're all babies in a sense because we have elders, right? But as a community, we need to continue to uplift and educate and just have a collective conscience about these people don't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They don't, and these people weren't here 80 years ago. But they're here because they didn't stop studying either. And they always study you. They always study us, right? And that's why we have the book we just the blueprint that we just referenced, and the guy who founded it studied African American.
Of course.
Studies.
Well, that's the thing. You hear how she was talking. She was like, "Oh, this country is like this because of us. Yeah. Because of what we built."
Well, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Bitch, you wasn't here. You didn't build anything.
But she's speaking from a lens that they took and built.
Yep.
They took and built. It wasn't like just decrepit land. They took and then they built it in their vision, how they wanted it to be.
Right. But she thinks she gets to lay claim to that.
Of course she does.
She thinks that that's part of her history. She thinks that she is one of the great conquistadors.
But she is American. And the thing about being American
Euro
is
American.
if you say, but no, American. And I say that in a sense to say, when you say something enough, you start to believe it. And the way that we were taught that this is the best country in the world.
And
to see that
white people,
literally the only thing these foreigners are coming over here liking is ranch dressing is fucking embarrassing. Like, Crafton made a TSA size goddamn ranch to let people take it away. But to me, seeing even the World Cup players talk about having to travel over borders to come and practice and play these games.
That's crazy.
Talking about like this country as kind of vile. Like why are we here and why was this not figured out before we got here?
Right.
Like, and so to me, again, I think that her saying that, a lot of white people saying that, makes them believe it to be true because that's what as long as we keep saying it, we're gonna make it true. And what we unfortunately have right now is an administration who's literally willing to rewrite history and stop education on certain things. So it is our responsibility for having these conversations on podcasts, for teaching the youth, for going beyond what they're telling us in these books.
Yep.
And,
or flat out having discussion and debate with those who are willing to participate.
Hello.
Because that's also key too.
And be open to being wrong.
I don't think they want to be wrong.
Bro, be open to being wrong. None of us know everything.
It means too much for them for it to be open to be wrong.
Yep.
It means too much for them. It's not even. They're not arguing facts. They're arguing like their existence.
Control.
Like it's an existential threat to them for us to be saying any of the shit that we're saying right now. So it's like, and so to them it's like you'll never get that kind of good faith out of them because that's not what we're arguing two different things.
Yeah.
We're arguing two different things.
I get that. Well, Jason, lead us into this is not a sports podcast, but
Nixon 5.
But
It's over.
Who said it's over?
It's over.
It ain't over.
It's been
It ain't
2
over.
weeks.
I know y'all trying to cleanse. I know y'all be trying to cleanse y'all timeline. Y'all it won't go nowhere.
We're watching the WNBA now.
Nah, no, we not.
Over.
No, it's not.
That
We're
is
watching World Cup.
Watching World Cup right now.
Go football.
That's over.
Look, they want to fake be enamored by the World Cup because they don't want to see the Knicks in their timeline. You won't get over it. It's like COVID.
All right.
And then, so I'm gonna tee this up. A quick note for y'all. I'm not gonna blame like the lateness. It's probably more my fault, but my computer probably is not gonna make it past like this segment because we're already 30 minutes in. So if my shit dies out, that's what happened.
I'm blaming Mero.
Mero is to blame.
It's Mero's fault. It's Mero's
Let
fault.
me tee this up right here quick for y'all. All right, here we go. So this is not a sports podcast, but there's some interesting sports activities that are happening tangentially so, right?
Yes.
So several people have been arrested in connection with an alleged armed robbery and kidnapping in Tampa. And the case has been publicly linked to the Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold. He plays football, but this is kind of like a basketball two-man that was happening here. What happened according to court records, the incident happened in February of 2026 at an apartment in Tampa Palms. And so police are alleging that 3 men were lured into an apartment by a Jasmine Randazzo and Ariana Del Valle. And investigators say that when one of the men went into the bathroom, he opened the closet and he was confronted by 2 goons who the detectives identified as Lindell Hudson and Christian Williams, who allegedly then pistol whipped the victims. A good 2 men. It's like old school stuff.
This is very old.
Threatened them at gunpoint.
I don't know what movie, what
demanded
BET blockbuster they were watching.
Yeah, this is just
exactly it. So detectives ultimately believe that the case connects back to some reported thefts from a short-term rental home that Arnold, the football player, was renting. So he ended up either he asked his mans and them to do the get back, or they wanted to protect their homeboy and do the get back. So obviously now it's become front page news. And we have this clip here.
Yes, this is his phone call. This is his phone call to the police. By the way, he reported stolen items in the amount of about $300,000. Jewelry and such. So play that.
Yep. Here we go, yo.
Shenanigans is a football player doing Margo. Jesus Christ. This is a cluster, isn't it?
Anything else for you?
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. The most important thing, they took my Bible.
Your Bible? Okay, I got your Bible in there too. Was it like a personalized Bible, like expensive, or was it just
Nah, just a good word of Jesus.
Amen, brother.
And on top of that, like, my lead security, when you get in the NFL, like, he wasn't with me because I've been hurt. So I haven't really been going out or anything. I just went out because my boys were out of town. So this was more so one of those things where like, it was bound to happen. And whoever did it, they had an inside hand or like inside information.
What was it, like 100K in a bag?
So
he's guilty, yo.
Well,
you hear the way he's talking about it?
Okay, so no, here's the thing. Hear me out. So the people in which that they kidnapped and pistol whipped allegedly all had alibis and did not steal Terrion's property. So what it's looking like is that it was an inside job, which he also alluded to in the call. People are suspecting his friends actually set him up. And his friends also convinced him, hey, you can't let nobody play in your face.
So now we're going to get it back on both sides.
And so, yes. And so if you guys see, he did just go to court. And this is something that I learned. He approached the stand in a green vest and jumpsuit. A green vest means that you are on suicide watch. So he is currently looking at potentially life in jail. Over this, because I believe it's 7 or 8 felony counts of kidnapping and of force with a weapon and all these things. Now, how he got tied into it, unfortunately, is through text messages. There are text messages where he's telling them what to do and how to do it. So he wasn't actually present during this.
But he's part of the conspiracy.
But he's part of the conspiracy
so he was the inside man with the inside information, it sounds like.
Right.
That's why he sounded guilty. He was talking. It was like the phrasing. There's an inside man with inside information. It's like you're talking too much.
Yeah. Also, what's unfortunate about this is he does appear to come from a really good home. He's from Tallahassee, Florida. He went on a podcast I saw, and he was kind of sounding like, when you come from where I'm from, there's only a few options. You either got to be a rapper or a baller or end up dead. And the guys interviewing him are like, what school did you go to? And he's I went to a Catholic school, but
Right.
And so you could tell he's also just unfortunately one of those black men that feel the need to be hard or lean into the streets and very performative, unfortunately.
This guy's a gangster.
What do y'all
His real
think
name's
about?
Clarence.
What do y'all think about like good people like? It sounds like, let's say you come from a rough upbringing, but you excel in something enough that you have the opportunity to go to like the school.
And there he goes.
Damn.
We lost him. That's it.
This is happening way too often. I think of an incident with DeAndre Baker, former New York Giants.
Okay.
It's like, you got to be mindful of the people around you when you elevate and get to a certain status. I don't know if obviously I would imagine it's difficult to have that type of discernment at 21, 22 years old, unless something happens and then you forced to have discernment. But I don't know where the solution starts, other than you got to have good people around you, because there's no way that he's an NFL football player. He's elevated his status, as far as like money, right?
Yeah, I think he was set to make $14 million.
Why do you have time to be doing all this shit and constructing this plan to do what?
Over 200, 300,000, which is a lot of money.
But
Let's be very clear.
But it's just gonna end there. Like, you control the narrative. You don't. There's phones. Stop. Another thing, they be playing with these phones.
Yeah.
We text. None of this shit is safe.
Nothing goes anywhere. Nothing's ever deleted. Nothing is ever
They
gone.
know, oh, you said you was over here. Well, let's go ping the fucking cell phone tower to see if you're lying or not.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you. I think if you could look it up, I think he's 20. Can y'all look up his age real quick?
23.
He's 23 years old.
Yeah.
He's on his rookie contract still, but making like $14 million.
Bruh.
Making a lot of money. At what point, at what age, and is there an age that when you reach a certain level of success that you should start removing people that may or may not be good? And sometimes you know if they're not good. You don't know, right?
You don't know, because another thing too, he making $14 million a year. He probably feels like he got power to do whatever the fuck he want, because no one's in his circle to tell him, yo, chill. You don't need to do that. Let's go focus on off season. Let's get in shape. You know what I mean? Let's do some shit for the community. Let's get these kids doing a little summer league, right? Where's that energy? Why are we doing that type of what?
Okay,
now
but
now he's potentially going to be in there for life.
No, yeah,
for life.
For life.
You work so hard.
You threw your whole
You talking
life
about
away.
as 8-year-old, you doing the Pee Wee League, you doing all the things.
Waking up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to run.
Do you
and
know the
lift
percentage
weights?
of people, students who make it from high school to college right? It's very slim to play college ball.
To get a
and that's on
scholarship.
D1, D2, D3, even the fucking junior college shit to get to the D3, right? And then you actually get drafted, right? You make it and sign to a team, and you make a significant amount of money. That means he's not a rotational player. He's a starter.
Yeah, you play,
right?
What story did we just talk about where someone, like they didn't take disrespect, or like that we teach that you shouldn't disrespect people, and you got, because this is also it leans into what was it? The Carmelo Anthony case. There we go. Thank you. And this is what this kind of reminds me of, right? It's a 23-year-old who feels like he got and had to get his lick back because how dare you come in my house, steal from me, and disrespect me. And instead of going through, which he did call the cops to file the report, but whether it was his friends or his pride, he felt that he had to take justice into his own hands. And unfortunately, to me, this is the same outcome, unfortunately, that we're seeing.
I don't
disagree?
think,
Talk
the
to me. Why
Carmelo
not?
thing is a lot different. That was a circumstantial situation. There was a lot of things happening.
How is this not circumstantial?
Because
felt
he's on text message.
Orchestrating.
There could have been something that stopped that. The Carmelo thing was events that happened in real time. And the story is still developing, because we finding out that it wasn't how it was presented to us when he was convicted. That still states.
You kidnapped 4 adults.
Well,
you pistol with them.
That's what I'm saying.
But at some point,
that's a plan.
between coming up with this plan, even though,
Yeah.
at some point, somebody in your circle, somebody in your life has to
Degenerates.
tell you that
Chill the fuck out,
it's not
dude.
worth you doing this and risking your entire career and life over getting your lick back over this.
Fuck that
Even though,
lick.
yes, it's a lot of money, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yes, people came in your home and stole from you and disrespected
It violated you, sure.
But the idea that nobody made the conscious effort to stop this plan from going through is unfortunate. And what also sucks is a lot of the friends seem to be putting blame on him. Like, they're like to get lesser sentences.
Yeah,
so it's
of
also
course.
like,
Those
damn,
guys
these
are going to turn
course.
state's evidence. But it's like you would have thought, with this type of situation, you would have thought, some people learn by watching other people. Some people learn by their own experience, right? You would have thought this guy would have seen what O.J. Simpson went through and been like, oh, that's not the way to handle it. But the problem is, we got a rich nigga handling shit like a broke nigga.
You know what's crazy? I actually disagree with you only because he wasn't there. So you know how like we talked about the Gucci Man,
Pooh Shiesty, right?
He went with his daddy. Unfortunately, in this case, actually, I do feel like he did handle it. He had his goons go do what he wanted to do and wasn't there. Unfortunately, though, you got caught because of what? The text messages.
No, but this is what I'm saying though. When you get rich, you deal with life differently than everybody else.
Okay, yes.
When you get rich,
I agree there.
You do things in a way that at that point you have a lot to lose. And you deal with things that say, I'm still gonna handle this, but I have a lot to lose, and so I don't get my hands dirty. I don't go into, even when you see mob movies and all this shit, you don't see the Godfather going to do the dirt. You send some niggas to go do whatever you're gonna do, and so you handle this a certain kind of way. In this case, you don't send these niggas, you send some lawyer niggas, you send some police niggas, you send some private investigator niggas, but you don't send people to go do crime for
Regular
you.
niggas.
Regular niggas when you have this kind of money.
And what sucks heavily about this, and y'all know, a bitch from Florida.
Yo,
They gonna give this nigga the
well, with a library.
And that's another thing too, jurisdiction. When you do certain things in certain states, the penalty is more severe than others.
Not only is
in
it
Florida,
severe,
historically, don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
Right.
But not only that, you're a black man.
Don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
And if it's, I don't know if this will be a jury trial or it's just a judge, but a judge, as a singular person, a judge could just look at this and be like, young man, you had all this opportunity in front of you. Like, why should I be lenient on you? Why should I give you a lesser sentence? Why should I let you cop a plea?
I'm curious.
You orchestrated a kidnapping. What if the kidnapping went super left?
Yeah.
What if you kill somebody?
Indirectly.
Can I ask
directly.
y'all, is there any point, Yomi, if you have an idea too, is there any time that it's ever worth taking justice into your own hands?
The only time, not
Kids.
over property. Yeah, I was going to say,
okay.
Your kids. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Your kid, going back to the mob, they always say no women, no kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, your woman and your kid.
That's tough. Did y'all see
But there's ways.
Back to Florida, did y'all see the documentary Perfect Neighbor?
Yeah, that's right. She was one of the wretched white bitches I was talking about earlier.
She took it into her own hands to go and defend her kids, and she got killed. Like, it's tough because, and now those babies are left with no mom. It's very hard for me to think of any point where taking justice into our own hands doesn't inevitably result in something like a loss of life, a loss of rights, a loss of freedom. And so for me, like, when you value your life, I can't right now think of anything that I would give up all of those things or risk my life for or risk my freedom for because I want to retaliate or get my lick back or I can't think about
But
that.
here's another thing too.
I'm listening.
If he goes to the courts, as you said, then he would be deemed a snitch.
I don't.
And the reason why,
that's street ethic bullshit.
But he think he a street nigga. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, valid.
So
okay.
the intention is
that's how he's handling it.
That's
So
how
he's
he's
handling it like
handling I can't go to the courts. But yeah, you can, nigga, because you are in a different tax bracket.
You can.
And
the street rules don't apply to you.
You at all? Who the fuck cares?
You don't commit crime usually.
This was an isolated football player, my nigga.
Go
you're
to
a
the courts,
football
my
player.
nigga.
Like, you're a football player. There's no. You should. To your point, Manny. Though I get that. It's like you are. You are risking something by whatever. Even if it goes right, you're still taking a risk. But I could see you emotionally losing it over,
of course,
your wife, your kids, something like that. Where I'm like, we just saw the father. Was that in Florida too? The father who got shot in the face by the YN because the nigga did something to his daughter.
To the daughter.
And he came out there, he was trying to talk to the nigga and shot the man in the face.
By the way, and I know this has been something said on podcasts since the pandemic and even before, those videos, I hate that we get to see those videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was literally him walking up to confront, and he shot him dead point blank.
Point blank in the face.
Point blank in front of other people.
In front of other people. Broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
And the other kid with him was strapped up too.
Yeah.
So they knew.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I would say with that scenario is you got to understand the times we're living in.
Yeah.
These young boys don't have no emotional intelligence at all. They don't even know how to form those words together.
They don't even know how to read cursive.
So my thing is,
y'all see these videos?
They just brought it back. I just saw it say they're implementing new.
They don't even know how to read cursive.
And that's not an indictment on the kids.
They don't even know what rendezvous is. That word be fucking them up.
Remember a couple episodes ago we talked about how they do systemic oppression through education.
Sure,
same thing. So then removing the ability to do cursive, that's intentional.
Right, of course.
But in that scenario,
as an adult, real quick.
I think
hold on, do we,
yes,
as adults though, do we write in cursive?
I do. I write cursive.
I mean,
when do you write in cursive?
Signing things.
Well, that's your signature.
Okay, so years ago, when I was, when you write passionate letters to someone you love, you know what I'm saying?
On his Romeo and Juliet.
Mad about some shit. You like,
nigga, those are going in text messages now.
Yeah, nowadays it's a big blue bubble.
It's a big blue bubble.
And then you use a little whiteout if you make an error.
You were not using whiteout, a king.
That's what they tell you in schools. But look, I think the father in that case, he should have read the room, protect his daughter, let it slide, but be prepared that he might have to shoot one of them little niggas.
Yeah.
And the fact that he tried to go out there with big brolic arm, like, yo, what up? I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, there's a different. You still need to be strategic about how you handle
that's
things.
family. That's a different scenario.
I will say too, if you guys want to just dig deeper, y'all know that I have an affinity for the gangs in Jacksonville, Florida. And the Julio Fulio case trial has looked like it's come to an end for a lot of the people who orchestrated the killing. And one of the gentlemen specifically, I want to give you his name because they've been showing that he also came from a good household, traveled the country, was a photographer, came from a good home, and was actually responsible for trying to take the life of Julio twice. Sean Gathright, who has taken responsibility, but who is pleading for leniency. And it's just crazy because when you look at these young boys thinking that you could get away with killing someone, like he literally had a piece on an AR-15 that caught the casings. This was planned. Y'all drove down to Tampa. So again, going back to at any point somebody saying, yo, this isn't worth it, I don't want to hear y'all crying on the stands, pleading for leniency for something that you had ample time to second guess and choose to not do.
Yeah, you didn't have to go down that route.
Speaking of not having to go down that route, in This Is America, babe, a woman was caught on video emptying a public trash can on the streets. This is, of course, during the New York Knicks championship parade. She has been identified as the director at JP Morgan Chase, the director of DEI, might I add.
$300,000 plus per year salary.
And she was recently let go and fired from her job, from her role for doing this. Now, what's crazy is the Post has learned that dumping trash onto the street and stealing public property for your own personal use, while illegal, antisocial, she did not get charged for it.
Right.
So
it wasn't criminal.
She, unfortunately, has lost her job due to the court of public opinion. Now,
you said why everybody filming shit, right?
Yep.
And recording
Here
shit.
we go.
Well, you got to be responsible enough and mindful enough that you're not picking up a piece of paper and running with it. You, in broad daylight, look at the back of that picture. You see all these people in the background.
I thought you were looking at her back because, baby, that's a big bag. That's a big old bag.
It's a lot to unpack here. First of all, she got a snapback with no brim. The snapback with no brim is crazy.
Snapback with no brim is
zoom in
nuts.
on me, the right picture.
Wait, is that a Scully?
It's a snapback with no brim.
That's
She got
a Scully
a
snapback.
snapback do-rag.
So also she had the braids trying to be like Jalen Brunson. You notice that?
No, I did not notice that.
Yeah. So
oh my goodness.
So you pick up the fucking garbage can, which was spread out all throughout that area of the city, orange and blue, right? And nostalgic shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Even if you want to take the garbage, I don't even think they fired her because she took the garbage can.
You don't?
I think they fired her ass because she emptied the garbage on the street. That was a lot of garbage.
No, it was
in
a lot
front
of
of everybody.
garbage.
People are in dismay. Like, what are we witnessing here?
Well, here's what I say. Like,
I do want to add, by the way, y'all.
She should have took the whole thing.
Well, she was kind of struggling lifting up the thing without the garbage. And then they got her on the subway with the damn smiling.
Wait. They videoed her on the subway too?
In the train, chilling.
Look, right there.
That's the bottom right.
The bottom right.
Can I also add the embarrassment of this? So the same way we talked about Terrion Arnold risking his $14 million NFL salary with stupidness.
Yeah.
This trash can, for any Knicks fan that wants it, is actually available online for $168.
She could
All
have
she had to
waited
do
2
was
seconds.
look and see if she could have bought this online. It was $168. Babe, you didn't have to steal public property.
She had.
She got $168, babe.
She could have bought the whole fucking shit.
Yeah.
Dog, $300,000 salary now.
And she probably got the last executive position in this country as a DEI,
As a DEI
executive
director. That's nuts.
at the esteemed JP Morgan.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, with DEI currently,
That's a huge L.
It's a huge L.
There's a job opening somebody.
No. You know what's crazy?
I took that shit.
That's what I
Run
was
that.
seeing on the internet. They were like, they were looking for a reason to fire her. This is the way that JP Morgan doesn't have to take the brunt of what Target is facing, right? We could just go ahead and get out of
This
whole thing.
We could save.
Yep.
We are midway through the year.
Yeah.
Oh my God, let's look at these P&Ls. We can get rid of a whole division that we've seen a lot of other companies take away. Because this fucking degenerate.
Now, what is she? What is she? What is she?
She looks Latina.
I know, but where?
So
what's her last name?
If I'm not mistaken, I thought she was Puerto Rican.
It gives that. It gives that.
I'm not
Fuck, no more coquito.
Well, oh my God. I will say too,
No more fungo.
the internet, when they want to find something out, her resume was posted online.
Look, you know the crazy
No.
part about it was the first videos that went out was 4K HD times 10. So could you imagine her colleagues? Yo, is that Maria?
Yeah.
Why she gotta be Maria? Hold on, that's not her name. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was real ignorant of you. Hold on, let's get her name just cause she Latina.
First of all, you said that's very ignorant. What's the
No,
name
that
of
was
the show?
ignorant. Hey, yo, what's her name? What's her name? We need to.
Jessica?
You calling
Jessica
her Maria
Reyes.
is crazy.
I don't know.
I'm about to
No,
say,
they put it out.
They put it out there?
Because they put out her whole, there we go, Lydia. Her name is Lydia.
Lydia what?
Lydia.
No,
let's get the last name.
it's not Lydia.
I just saw it.
That was
the writer.
The writer.
Oh,
Damn,
my bad,
Mandy.
my bad.
Oh,
You
wow.
see, I caught it quick. Are y'all looking?
Angie Bias.
Angie Bias.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
So
Angie.
what is that?
Hold on. You know what's crazy?
Bias?
Angie, Maria, you wasn't
That might be Puerto Rico.
Yeah, she might be Puerto Rico.
Yo, come on.
But here's my thing about it, right? This is wildly stupid. Like, the whole thing is wildly stupid to do.
El Stupido.
And to your point about, like, maybe they just needed a reason to fire her, whatever the case is. I've seen people do a lot of dumb shit that deserved him to get fired, off the clock. Is this for real, is this really like a fireable offense?
Yes.
Like, it's embarrassing and it's stupid, but is this
Yes. Because
oh shit, you're
Here's
like,
the thing.
what are you saying?
Oh wait, she's
Like,
Dominican, girl. Yo,
Dominican.
Ooh.
To be fair, Josh,
okay.
we've been seeing for the last 10 years.
First generation
From the
American,
Bronx.
From the
Oh,
Bronx.
the Bronx got to do better.
Guys, we've been seeing for the last 10 years.
She could have painted the
People
shit
lose
herself.
their jobs for less. For opinions they've posted online.
Sure, absolutely.
For liking tweets. For promoting certain agendas. For even their political affiliation.
Sure.
We've seen people lose this. So essentially what you do is you commit a crime on video. And unfortunately, here's the other thing. And I said this. When we talk about artists and podcasters and people that are in big businesses, right? What do we always say? damn, did you not read your contract? Unfortunately, what a lot of people do when they start jobs, those pamphlets are so big, you sign knowing the hours you have to.
Ethics.
They don't read the code of ethics. They don't read the fine print.
The company outside of the hours.
All the time.
These are my obligations, and that's
all
it.
the time.
I show up. I do this job on these days.
She's not a secretary.
Bro, she's the
director. When you're making
$300,000
a year, you are a different type of representation of a company. That is not exemplary of how you should be representing the company.
Remember when I talked about...
Look at the garbage. And New York has a rat problem, Ja.
Yeah.
So in the broad daylight, she said, fuck them rats.
I want this Nixon 5.
Or better yet, not fuck them rats. I fucks with them rats.
Not only that, fuck with the safety. Imagine how you could trip and fall over this. Like you're creating a hazard for a city during one of the most chaotic moments in the city.
The sanitation already has enough to deal with.
You think she was sober?
No, no one at the
even if she wasn't,
sober.
She's clearly know what she was doing, bro.
I know she very much knows what she's doing. I'm just wondering, like, what makes you think that you could just do this?
Okay, to be honest, hold on. Like, I'm gonna lean into my ignorance here. Y'all ain't never been to a restaurant and liked something they put on the table and decided that you gonna take it home with you?
I know plenty of ramekins.
Allegedly.
It's the same.
Because we on.
I got ramekins from Delbar in my house right now.
Hey guys,
allegedly.
Let's be serious here. I go to Nobu, they got the little dog with his little ass up in the air.
Emphasis on little.
Okay.
Emphasis on little.
No.
This is a huge
this is a huge trash can. Cool. But I know, imagine the...
Mandy.
Look at the happy
She
photo.
walked down the train steps. She waited for the train to come.
Like,
right? She got on the train, and you know what's crazy? If you look at the video of this, her friend was trying to stay out of the camera. She knew it was up. Like, but on that video, she got caught.
You know what's
like,
crazy? This is what I look like taking flower arrangements after parties. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, at the function?
Whenever I go to an
event?
Oh, babe, I'm there till the end, and I literally go up, who's in charge? What are you gonna, can I take a flower arrangement home? Yeah. But when I tell you, after every event, I am taking... I'm leaving home with something.
But look,
what did Denzel
you're
say?
asking.
Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't ask all the time.
But you're not walking around with a big metal,
because after the event, they can't do anything.
garbage can. That's crazy. Man, did she empty? Look at the ground.
I saw the video.
Look at the people behind her.
Okay, so real quick, I will say we are all in agreement then, before we go on to the next topic, that essentially she deserved to lose her job.
Oh yeah, you bought that. I mean, like that's wildly stupid.
I would like to know
you get what you get after that.
What I would hope is that there was a conversation that was had, other than bye-bye. I think, well, again, but you're still at the discretion of the company. The company. So they probably could have kept her, right?
You know what? Because I feel like
suspension.
I feel like she got fired because the headlines came out saying J.P. Morgan. Because who would have even known that in the first place? It would have been a viral
4K video. Oh, that's what's her name?
Well, that's the other question.
Miss Baez.
Did the colleagues snitch? Did the colleagues send an email on the HR like, yo, what's up with I don't like
bro?
Oh no. If this was not a good boss, oh babe, don't let me see anybody I don't like doing some something
bullshit.
illegal.
Yeah.
I'm letting the whole internet know. I know that bitch.
I seen that bitch do that.
I know that bitch.
I bet you the white woman, one of her colleagues that don't like her. She probably come in the office being obnoxious or some shit, and she's like, "Gotcha, bitch," and got
look at you now.
She said, "Is that Miss Baez?" Oh, shit.
And to be fair, we talked about again the cell phones. Nothing that y'all do now is in private.
Nothing is low.
And that's who's not pulling out. It's probably more footage that we haven't seen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I would have
enough
pulled
to
out
get
my
multiple.
phone. I'd be like, "Oh, look at this
look at some crazy." Like,
I'm not gonna lie. At this point, we're leaning heavily into technology because the next conversation that we are having has to deal with Big Tigger and a domestic abuse case in which his Ring camera footage was released and was the reason as to why he was arrested. So Tigger was arrested for child cruelty and battery. There is a video which doesn't make sense.
Why? Because the kid was in the house?
Well, no.
Yes.
The kid was right in front. Was around during this.
Thing. Right.
Here's the other thing. The child was around during the dispute. Now, there's no need for me to play the video because there's not much that is happening. You'll just hear it. It looks like there was a tussle over something.
An object.
Of an object.
Right.
You do hear Big Tigger pleading for her to stop.
He was trying to de-escalate.
And it looks like they both fall over into the door. So they both fall into a doorway or a frame.
Yeah, that's
which
gravity.
Might
the laws of gravity and body and how you moving around. It's gonna happen. But then she starts screaming and hooping and hollering. Well,
now,
I think he purposely stayed in the camera view though.
Well,
I
don't know about that.
No?
Now, I do want to bring this up, and this is from Teslin Figaro. Shout out to her. So she
Black Effect. What up?
Yep. Shout out to Black Effect. So she's aware of some different statutes that deal with battery, and I wanted to read this just so that we're a little bit more informed. So, as it relates to battery statute, OCG, a whole bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
Below are the elements that must be proven, and this is what must be proven for this to stick with Big Tigger. So a person commits the offense of battery when he or she intentionally causes substantial physical harm or visible bodily harm to another. Elements the state must prove to convict of a defendant of battery. The prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that 1, the defendant intentionally acted, which doesn't seem the case with this video. The defendant caused physical harm to another person, which, yes, they both fell at the same time. And the harm was either substantial physical harm or visible bodily harm, which sucks because it did. But
so they want proof.
Well, they have the proof right now of the video. I think it's going to go into...
If they didn't have the video, that's what I mean. If they didn't have nothing to look at, they just going off of medical reports.
No, they had the visible scarring of her. Like, this video, we're assuming is from that.
But she took it down the next day. And
she took it down and recanted.
Yeah.
Here's the other problem.
Damn.
The internet is having a hard time having empathy for this woman, which, mind you, anytime there's a domestic violence case, immediately the man is viewed as the fucking perpetrator, the monster, the evil villain.
Oh, I have women friends that say blame men.
But this is looking differently. And it's because people have pulled up the past of Big Tigger's wife. So her name is Alicia Brown. And while they have shared children, there are reports that she left a child in a vehicle while she gambled.
In Las Vegas.
For 6 or 7 hours.
Yep.
There is also a report that the same child has been missing for the last 9 years.
Yeah.
There's also reports that she claimed physical domestic violence from her ex.
Which is the father of said.
Which is the father
that
of
was trying
said
to get
missing
custody
child
before all of this happened.
who was trying to get custody. However,
Maryland state law does not favor men.
Not only Maryland state law, however, cases were dropped. She reneged on the physical abuse case, and it's gone cold because this daughter allegedly went missing in the home. Now, they are saying that it's possible that she just is hiding this child.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want the father to have custody. All of that to say.
Or the daughter doesn't want to be found because maybe she doesn't want to have anything to do with either one of them.
Is there a way, Yomi, you can pull up the clip that I have here? Because I want us to break down where the internet is having a lack of empathy. Yes, that clip right there. If you could play this clip for us, please.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. They going in, babe.
Everybody want to talk.
This shit is ignorant.
We got to start having like some kind of podcast education or
You gotta motherfucking be kidding me. You left your child in the car for 8 hours, a 4-year-old, for 8 hours while you going to casino. And then she end up missing. And no one knows where she at. Father haven't seen this child no more. Doing the research on you and finding out that you was a very toxic person. You give me, it's a thin line between love and hate. Because let me tell you something. Big Tigger didn't know who he was dealing with because how he know, I don't think that he would have dated you. You make me believe that you hit yourself upside the head and tried to come on this internet and tarnish Big Tigger's reputation because we never heard of this about him. He don't even look like he that type. Big Tigger, you need to watch her because if she did this to her first child, she'll do it to your child, man. Take this to court, get custody of your child, man. She trying to destroy you.
I don't know if you can look at somebody. Well, you know what?
There's a bunch of holes.
But you know what?
I
think you can't look at somebody and be like,
But see, unfortunately, this is what the internet is talking about. And I do want to, I want to sit here and say, a rapist doesn't always look like a rapist. An abuser doesn't always look like an abuser.
All right.
A woman is not always innocent in their claims.
Fair.
The problem here is immediately because of 2014 arrests and mistakes and choices that this woman made, she no longer gets to be a victim. And it's unfortunate because it's what we also saw in terms of, say, the Diddy case with Cassie. It's what we're seeing with a lot of sex workers who are being violated by perpetrators, but they're not getting the sympathy of society.
Right.
And so, unfortunately, where, yes, there's always this blame men, women are innocent stance, it's unfortunate that as a community, as a society, we're leaning into a now place where if you are not the perfect, outstanding citizen, you no longer get to be a victim of any crime. And so this is interesting seeing how they're automatically siding with Big Tigger because he's had no previous allegations or
which means
any previous
nothing.
anything,
which
means nothing. But as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, we're seeing someone who showcased signs of abuse, who went online crying, which I absolutely hate, but we're seeing the internet completely not allow her to be a victim in this stance without all of the evidence. And it's unfortunate because she entered us into this group chat by posting that video to begin with.
Correct.
But now the state is involved. Now we have Ring camera footage, and it's just something to where...
maybe she got the eye when she fell on the floor.
What I also want to say, this is also interesting lens that people are viewing. They're saying like, Big Tigger, how didn't you know about this past that she had? How did you not know that she was this type of mother? And I wanted to ask y'all,
you don't know that.
Has there ever been a relationship or a dating phase with a woman that you were talking to where you completely ignored a red flag and later down the line you were like, damn, I saw it, I ignored it, I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. Or now I'm seeing that you're still that same person because unfortunately, she's cried wolf with domestic violence. She's sitting here with a lot of question marks about her past in terms of being a mother, yet you procreated with this woman.
Right.
Have you ever been in a situation where like...
For me, nothing has ever been like that extreme. Like there's always, when you meet somebody, you're always taking in information about how they act, not just how they interact with you, but how do they interact with other people. Like you hear a lot of women say, oh, if I go to dinner with a man and he's rude to the waitstaff, then like for me, you're automatically out. Because if you're going to be rude to the waitstaff, then it shows that you don't have any training, you don't know how to treat people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there can be stuff like that where you look at it and be like, damn, that's kind of unnecessary. Or you see one of their flaws like leak through the mask that they might be trying to put on, and you'd be like, I don't know. I've never had anything personally that was to this degree of like, oh shit, something dangerous or something scary happened after that. But I don't know. The reason court of public opinion is a stupid place because it shit doesn't mean anything. Like, okay, whatever problems this woman had or whatever bullshit she might have done in the past doesn't really have anything to do with whether or not she was assaulted or battered in this case, in this situation. So I don't even know, like, outside of just trying to look for a way to punish the woman, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
And I want to flip this real quick because we never talked about it. You said the court of public opinion is a stupid place. You know who I'm seeing defend themselves right now to the court of public opinion?
Go ahead.
The case that happened in Tanzania with the influencer.
Yeah.
Oh, the white guy, Joe McCann.
And Ashley Janae.
Yeah.
It has been ruled a suicide. And what he's been doing recently is showing the fear in her mental health through text messages, her mom even asking, how is she today? Her running into traffic. And unfortunately, the entire country, celebrities, podcasters as well, who are friends with her, don't want to believe that she was that down and out with her mental health.
Yeah.
And everyone said, this white man killed this black girl. And what he's created a whole page to kind of he has to defend himself now in the court of public opinion because in the court,
that's why.
With the autopsy, he's been proved innocent. And so now, unfortunately, the court of public opinion isn't really that stupid now, is it? The court of public opinion will hold someone to the fire for something that they've been cleared of.
But that's his, like, why? But why are you defending yourself to the court of public opinion?
Because
are you kidding me?
Like,
not only
somebody died.
Not only did not only
did
did someone die, the court of public opinion will keep you from ever having a normal life again.
100%.
Even if you're not
there's
charged.
nothing he can do about that. There's zero he can do about it.
And see, but that's the thing. You have to defend yourself.
He's doing exactly. Because if it was any one of us,
whose mind
we
is
would do
that
the same
changing?
thing.
That's not changing nobody's
I'm not gonna lie, it changed mine.
That shit is not changing nobody's mind.
Well, you still
It
have to
changed
put,
mine.
You still have to put things out for public record to say, hey, this is not what happened. Let me tell my story.
Not only
right?
that, we always like to draw conspiracies about people and how they died, why they died, what they were connected to, when sometimes it's literally cut and dry.
Sometimes,
and while this one is a little sus, I'm not gonna lie, him showing like the fact that she was battling mental health, apparently he was also gonna call off the engagement because they had gotten into an argument.
Right.
And apparently, according to everyone, this is all she wanted, was this marriage, this story.
To have this.
But she was manic. She was dealing with depression. She was dealing with, and I don't think that people realize like how much that is. Like working with people who end up having suicidal ideologies and things like that.
So he bypassed those quote unquote red flags because he probably thought
he loved her. He probably thought he could heal her or make her happy.
You want to hear the truth of the matter of this shit?
Yup. Oh.
The reason why we here, the reason why this happens, the question that she has, have you ever experienced it? Yo, good pum pum changes everything.
Oh my God.
Yo, my mother always says.
I did not think we were going this
we do. It's true.
I mean, it can create a blind
spot. You ever heard of elders? My mom
will
will say the flesh is weak.
Yeah.
You know why she said that shit? Because niggas have no decorum.
Yeah.
You put some good pum pum on a dude.
Yeah.
It will erase some of the. He be like, damn, that's a crazy motherfucker. But
that pussy good.
No, niggas take risks.
Somebody doing it right now in the office in this building. Is somebody making a bad decision?
Okay, what makes now? You know what? Because you wanted to say it, and I'm potted with niggas. I need to know what makes pussy so good that you're gonna ignore the signs of a mentally unstable.
You said what makes it good?
Yeah, what makes it so good?
Oh, for me, nothing.
What makes it good?
No,
it's the moment. The moment. It's
the moment.
Time. An opportunity. Wait, what?
No, he said macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, you stirring it up to get the end result. Time and opportunity creates what? Circumstance.
That didn't answer what makes pussy good.
No,
what makes it good is, I mean, that's up to the pussy.
Niggas get blinded by lust all the time.
It depends on the pussy. Like, every pussy is different.
But what makes it so good you ignore a woman that left her child in the car for 8 hours?
Access to it.
I would.
Oh, access to it.
Access to
it. Also,
okay.
in fairness to this white man, which, yuck.
Oh, wait, because now you're going back to the Tanzania.
I'm saying, in his case, his story is that I love her. So
of
like,
I'll
get married to her. So like in his mind, he's thinking this is my life partner, whatever.
But Big Tigger actually married Alicia.
And married Alicia too,
and had children.
For some pussy, I'm not ignoring.
But
nothing.
he didn't. But also too, I think what gets lost in she had a high level government job. She had a very historied and colorful.
Who did?
The young lady that
Ashley Janae.
Y'all got it. We're going back and forth between stories.
No,
okay. Ashley Janae.
So he probably was navigating in these circles, and he came across her, and then didn't know nothing about.
He's a huge crypto. He had more money.
But what I'm saying what I'm saying is she had access to him through her journey and her work.
Yeah, they met. She put on an event in Abu Dhabi or Dubai and was able to meet him. But
so he's not knowing about none of that shit. I'm pretty sure. You don't know that there's a missing kid. Listen, if you date a woman, and there's I haven't seen my daughter. You probably gonna sidebar and be like, put this shit up. Oh, that's her. Oh,
no, but you don't.
This the chick that left her daughter in the car in Las Vegas for 8 hours.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised.
And then you're gonna ask.
He had to know.
You're gonna ask.
I'm sure
this is a public record.
This is your wife.
If he knew, and I don't want to put this on him, but if he knew, you know what kept him?
She had a different story.
You know what kept him? The story and the pussy.
Okay. All right.
It's the power of the P. They say that shit for a reason. Because we are fucking dumb. Men are dumb. We will do that shit.
Like I said, niggas take risks for all types of shit all the time.
It's okay. You know what was crazy? Y'all keep saying, can we just say people? Did y'all see the Tinder swindler? Bitches was giving away their whole life savings to a man.
100%.
So like, women do it for
Nature Boy.
Of course,
and for Nature Boy.
Dudes was giving it up to Nature Boy.
People overlook all types of things to engage other bullshit.
This is why lust is one of the 7 deadly sins.
It's number 1.
100%.
Wait, you think lust is number one?
In
Real quick.
the Ten Commandments, they say, thou shalt not covet another nigga's woman. Thou shalt not commit. 4 of them shits is about fucking.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
That's why is that? Because God knew
Like,
you niggas are weak.
Wait, you said lust is the top 7 deadly sin. Which deadly sin do y'all feel controls the most of your life?
What's the 7? Let's go down to 7.
Here goes. The 7 is, and I want y'all that are listening to figure out which 7 deadly sin controls the most of your life. So you have lust, which is disordered and excessive sexual desire. You have gluttony, which is the overindulgence and overconsumption of food or drinks. You have greed, which is an excessive desire for wealth or material possessions. Sloth, which is laziness, spiritual apathy, or avoidance of effort. Wrath, which is what I think we see with a lot of the things that we talked about earlier, is uncontrolled feelings of hatred, rage, or desire for revenge, which I think is what we discussed earlier. Envy, resentment, which is resentment or sadness at others' traits, status, or possessions. And then the last one is pride, excessive self-worth or arrogance, often considered the deadliest sin from which all others stem.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, I'm curious, for all of us here, if we can, which one do you think controls you the most? Now, I can start off because I'm very aware of mine, and I just actually also had this conversation recently. This might be a clip. So the deadly sin that most connects to me 100% would be greed, an excessive desire of wealth or material possessions. If you've heard my thoughts on billionaires, trillionaires, millionaires, I would do and have done almost anything to obtain money. I come from nothing. I had nothing. I've had to decide whether it's going to be toilet paper or food. And there are things that I've done in the sake of being able to pay bills. And so for me, I would say greed 100%.
Although I'd argue that isn't greed in and of itself.
Well, no, it was survival, but where I'm now.
Now, the billionaire thing is definitely greed.
I would want to, oh babe, I'm not doing enough. I'm not working hard enough. Like, I say
that too. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we might have the same fucking
I'm not working hard enough. I want to obtain a wealth where I don't have to look at prices. I want to go on trips. Like, I want to live a life where the dollar amount of things doesn't matter
at all. Right.
And until I get to that place, I'm not making enough money. Now, when y'all see this list, are y'all aligned with me? You said you are. But, Ja, is there any other thing that you think dictates your life?
If I had to name one, it's probably gluttony.
Okay.
Because it's just easy to it's easy to drink. It's easy to. I mean, we just drink tequila at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, and I don't feel no type of way.
Because the devil's a liar.
You know why he said that.
The devil just pulled up.
You ain't have to repeat that.
I mean, we talking about sins. We keep, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that. I think gluttony is a thing, but I think pride is probably the thing that will probably. I think it gets everybody at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not prideful. If I need something, I'm asking for it.
But that situation. I don't have. No, but that's one thing.
I don't feel like I'm prideful.
Really?
Like,
so you don't feel like there's something that somebody could say that you feel like, oh, this person is like, you trying to lowball me, you trying to disrespect me, you trying to act like I'm not who I am.
Oh, I felt that way.
And feel like I need to.
No, I felt that way at the ending of See the Thing Is, honestly. Like, my work ethic, my ability to lead a team, all of the work that I had put in, I felt like was tried. And so there was an element that I felt like I had to defend myself, but 2 years later, I think the universe played a mark in what's happening there, right? Fair. And so for me, I didn't let it corrupt me. My pride wasn't at my pride wasn't so big that it led me to a wrath of revenge. Like, my desire to revenge someone, it's funny because me and A. King just had this conversation last week. I have a friend, an ex-friend, who I'm no longer friends with. And their intentionality in reaching out to almost everyone that I know over the last 2 weeks has been so odd. I feel like it's been temperature checking whether or not I'm blackballing her on the back end. And it's so funny because in seeing this, I'm just like, I've never been one to get in the way of anyone's money at the end of the day. Like, especially if you have kids, especially if there was a friendship there. I'm not someone who's gonna fuck on your nigga when we stop talking.
Right.
I'm not someone who's gonna go and align with your enemy once we start talking, just to make you feel. And what I'm also never gonna do is feel the need to go and tell everybody, I don't fuck with this person no more, so don't let them in the room.
Right.
I'm not that type of bitch. And what's crazy is people know I have the power to be, and I've been petty enough to where I talk the shit, but I'm not doing that.
Right.
And so in seeing this, pride leading into maybe wrath or anger, I know for me, I'm all about the money, and I'm also somebody that vividly and strongly believes that there's enough money to go around.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's enough money for all of us to eat.
That is a fact.
And there's no reason for me to step in the line of anyone making money.
Yeah.
I will say I'm curious to know what happens with this Big Tigger case. He is still on the air down here in Atlanta. He hasn't been removed off. I feel sorry for his co-host if she really wasn't fucking with him, because I would hate for that to be put on to me.
Well, that's the easiest thing. If the wife is, wants to put something on him, or maybe she's speculating because of whatever. I can see that. But,
I can see that too.
But the girl,
that is the thing. Apparently, in the phone, he was messaging another woman. So there was some level of infidelity that led to allegedly.
Well, another part of it is like, if this, and I don't even want to go too far down this hole, but if his wife has an insecurity or has certain issues, her seeing text messages that can easily be benign, she might feel are threatening or are a little too friendly or whatever the thing is. So I don't even want to go down that path too much, but all I would say is that this video that came out, I don't think that it absolves Tigger of anything. I don't think it necessarily fully convicts him of anything. I think that both lawyers on both sides are going to have arguments they're going to have to make about this. It's interesting too because I did see in different news elements, they are charging him. They have him listed as charged with different things. Some say battery, some say aggravated assault. And it's very different meanings for those, that's why I'm confused a little bit about what he's actually charged with. Because I haven't seen the paperwork.
The charges are child cruelty and battery. Those are the two charges.
Okay, because
there's child cruelty is because
the child was there.
But
there's some news outlets like, is this 11 Alive? Yeah, so 11 Alive is saying that his charges include aggravated assault and cruelty to children.
Oh, well, aggravated assault is probably the battery charge.
But here's the thing, though. Aggravated assault is a very different charge than battery. But aggravated assault is normally you used a weapon. You had a gun, a bat, a knife. You used something that you tried to... So are they considering the door?
Maybe the door.
The weapon? Or is the... Because also assault is normally a threat. Assault isn't necessarily the physical act. The physical act, if it's completed, is battery. Well, if I say I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna kill you, that's assault. It's if I punch you in your face, that's battery. So even the fact that there's this little confusion inside of the news articles, which I don't know how that got through, if everyone's reading the same court document.
And it sucks because the wife, Alicia Brown, I think that's her name, also came out and was like, guys, I never called him an abuser. The internet did.
She said she felt bad for posting the video and all that stuff. So it's like, it's a lot to deal with, and so I don't know how this is going to work out.
It's a lot of gone girl happening.
There's a lot of investigation. But ultimately, look, we could land here. Because I know we got to
land the plane. On. Yeah, we got 2 more topics.
Look, I hope that she gets the spiritual, physical, mental health the healing that she needs.
Yes.
All parties. Mm-hmm. I hope the kid is safe. Their children. Ultimately, I hope that her first child, gets found. If the child is not with someone, knowingly.
And if that child is missing on her own, if she doesn't want to be, I hope she stays gone.
Well, I don't think that's the case because I saw a video where they have surveillance of a white SUV that picked the kid up, and that was the last time she was seen. And the mother, according to the video I saw, she owned a white SUV that fits the description. So look. If the child is with other family members, I hope that child is safe. I hope the child is fine. I hope somehow that her father is able to see that daughter because I'm pretty sure his heart is going crazy right now.
The father has been fighting to see.
For years like that, and there's no conclusive nothing about it. So I just hope all parties get the healing and the mentorship, if that's the right life coaching that they need. And I hope Big Tigger, same thing for him. And it's just a bad. And guys, we got to make better decisions, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fellas, we got to start practicing semen retention. We got to have some type of discipline. Because,
nigga, what?
Yes.
What are we going with this?
It's part of it.
This is very
because lust.
We are not turning this.
What do you think lust?
And then we hit the runway
no, nigga, the plane is crashing.
What do you think lust? What do you think lust is about? The nut.
It's not about the nut, babe.
I mean, it's part of it.
And I don't know why babe is just coming out like this, but
it's part of it. But you have to. In these cases, these are the cases that we talked about today.
We're talking about a domestic violence case.
I'm not
we
talking
talked about a suicide of another woman.
The accumulation.
And he's saying men need to practice semen retention.
The accumulation of some of the stories we've been presenting.
Oh my God.
It goes back to niggas being weak.
No. Kidnapping.
So I'm saying we gotta just reserve
kidnapping and pistol whipping.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Assailants has nothing to do with semen retention.
I'm talking about the history of some like the.
Stealing
maybe that nigga
trash
need to let some out. Maybe that nigga need to hit that X videos one time and he would just ease his mind and be like, you know what,
so
I don't really need.
Let me reverse. So
reverse.
Maybe handle self pleasure might be the solution.
Yeah, some of these niggas are backed up and angry.
Oh my God.
Lust.
I don't know how we got here.
Some of these niggas
Lust
backed
is
up
not
and
the
angry.
first. For y'all, yes. All right, well, let's get into celebrities say the darnest things. No, I done re-upped y'all. Y'all not getting no more. All right, y'all. So,
Lord have mercy.
Oprah Winfrey was recently at Cannes Lions where she had a live podcast taping. So during a sit down at the Lumiere Theater, Oprah highlighted the responsibility of media and how strong of an influence they have. As a strong example, she used her extremely popular interview with Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Now, this is a quote that she said, and we're going to get into it. She said, "We did the whole thing. Hey girl, how you doing? Greeting thing. And then I stopped the cameras and I went behind the stage and I said, so tell me, what do you want to happen here? And I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here," Winfrey said. And that was one of the most powerful interviews. Oprah went on to say that while Whitney wasn't high during the interview, she relapsed when she came back to perform for the audience. And according to her, she was so high that she fell off of the stage. "I had such trust from the Oprah show audience. I think it was the last show with us. And she had gone back on drugs, Winfrey said. The first interview I did with her, when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intentions, she was clean. But the day she came to my show, then to perform in front of the audience, she was not, and she fell off the stage." Oprah says that she used her influence and trust in her audience and asked them not to release the images and incident because she knew that if the story went out, that it would destroy Houston. Now, beyond that, Whitney's estate has since responded, and I want to read that. So Whitney's estate has come forward and said that, "Bitch, Oprah, you lying, pussy hoe."
She said that? They said that?
No, of course not.
That'd be dope if she said pussy asshole.
So
call it Oprah pussy asshole.
That's me.
That's the Mandy estate.
That's my estate.
Yeah, that's the Mandy estate.
So Ray, who is Whitney Houston's former bodyguard, spoke out and backed up the estate's version of events, explaining that the whole situation boiled down to a simple accident and terrible stage lighting. He explained that Whitney was walking toward the front of the stage during production and literally just couldn't see where the platform ended. He claims that, quote unquote, no drugs were involved. Ray confirmed, completely shutting down the narrative, that Whitney was under the influence while trying to deliver a performance. Now, I want to first ask y'all's thoughts on Oprah sharing this story and if or if not she had the right to. I do have a clip as well of Monique sharing her thoughts because ironically, the universe was funny and Oprah ended up falling during that same performance or the same podcast.
That's what you get with your dumb ass.
So,
damn,
I'd love to know your thoughts on this.
I feel about this the same way I feel about last week when Tay Keith passed away, and the next day it's what's his name? Sexy Red owes him money.
Owes him money. Okay.
What does this serve? Whitney is not here no more. She can't defend herself against any of this. What was this story an example of? Like, it sounded to me like you were essentially making Whitney look bad so that you could big up yourself to be like, oh, and I told them don't put the pictures out, and they never did. And I'm Oprah Winfrey, and I'm powerful, and I was able to stop this from happening. Like, so the fuck what? Like, who cares? Like, we know you're Oprah Winfrey. I don't understand what the context of this story is to. Now, I'm one of them people who, I'm not on that don't speak ill of the dead. Like, to me, if you were a fucked up person while you're here, then that's how people are going to talk about you. But this isn't that case. This is an unwarranted story out of nowhere, just for no real particular reason. I don't get what was she what information was she trying to give us with this?
Well, the conversation was how media plays a big role in the influence and things like that. Yeah. That was literally the premise. And I do want to say, while I fuck with you, Ja, I hardly disagree with this, only because we know how Whitney Houston passed.
Sure.
No one has complained about the many biopics made about Whitney and her battle with drugs. Yeah. And so to me, if you were battling any sort of addiction, if you were battling any sort of depression, if you were battling any sort of anything while you were alive, and I had an experience with you that stayed with me, I'm able to talk on it because it was a real experience. And what I'm not doing is sharing anything about you that everyone didn't already know. Like, so I understand taking a secret to the grave, right? But in this essence, it wasn't a secret that Whitney Houston battled drugs.
Yeah, no, it's not a secret.
And so Oprah sharing an incident with this person, I don't feel like she's not at any way able to share her experience with a addict battling person such as Whitney Houston. And if she's saying, I sat down with her, she was clean for the interview, but when she came back for the performance, it was obvious there was a relapse. And then the estate coming out saying, lighting is why she falled off the stage, babe. I have been on a lot of stages. That's a long fall off a lot of to blame
a lot of
lighting,
people have fallen off stages.
But to blame lighting is just like, Now, mind you, it is, I don't know, falling off of a stage.
Genuine bust his ass.
And I want you to know, though.
Just the other day, one of the Jackson brothers was singing Michael's part and he fell off the shit.
It happens all the time.
Wait. Yes, but what else happens all the time is realizing when someone is not.
Oh, sure.
Like, when they're not in their right mind. And when you see someone who is sober or clearly not intoxicated, and then you see them again, and they are, I think that as people, we know, and I don't know what relationship Oprah had with Whitney,
right?
But if she had been present during this battle and had spent time around her and Bobby, or had spent time around her and seen the sober to not sober to sober to not sober, I also don't want to take it away that Oprah may not have known or wouldn't know whether she relapsed or not in this moment. And if that's her, if that's her telling of this sense, fuck the internet for feeling like Oprah can't speak her truth or her scenario of an incident that happened with someone who passed.
Well, my issue isn't necessarily the drugs. I think we all know Whitney was on drugs. What I'm saying is when you're telling this story, if the topic was how the media controls narratives, what does this story have to do with a controlled media narrative?
Said that she
Everyone knows
that's so you're missing that part.
But I'm saying
she literally said, because of my power and because I know how it would have impacted her career at the time for those videos to go out, I made sure that it didn't go out. So no one in the audience
but we know she was on drugs. You didn't save us from knowing that Whitney was on drugs.
But whatever time frame it was, it would have had whatever negative impact on her. And what she's saying is, as a media personality with a huge influence, I didn't let this go out. To be fair, it's the same way I just spoke about, you weren't there, but A King. I shared, if you guys go to Patreon, a conversation I had with some good friends of mine and how the conversation led in a way that I'm going to edit it before it gets released.
Yes.
And I did that because not only would it make them look away, it would make maybe us look away. There's a bad narrative that could be spewed from a conversation. Right. And so out of respect, I'm editing that out, right?
Right. But if that person passed away, you probably wouldn't go talk about it after they passed away and then tell the story of the thing that you say.
I'm not gonna lie. It depends.
It depends. I feel like this.
It depends.
If you edited it and you didn't want nobody to know, then if you saved her from that, then let that be that.
Nah, but look, here's the thing. She's doing a live podcast.
Yep.
In podcasting, we tell stories. It may not. I don't think. I think this is a case of fake outrage again.
I agree.
I don't think there was nothing inflammatory about her telling the story about this lady falling off a thing. Her interpretation of of what she suspect, that could be questionable because in her lens, she probably put her in about, she probably high again.
Yeah.
You know how niggas, you know that nigga high, that nigga drunk. We don't know that. We can't confirm that. She fell, she had an incident, cool. She chose to not relinquish to put out the pictures. And I think today she's telling the story about that in terms of she used her power and discernment to say, you know what, I fucks with my girl. That bitch was high. I'ma chill. I'm not gonna put that out there because it's gonna be damaging.
It's okay with
she don't
her
need
to
no
say
more
that,
piling on, right? But I don't have a problem with her telling the story.
Because it's okay for her to say because we know that she was high out her mind.
But here's the problem with us, and I say us, the community at large. It's a clip. How many of these people that's in these comments, just like with us when we put out shit, find the long form version of it so you can get context. Because we're all smart, right? We all write cursive.
We all write cursive. Write and read.
We all write and read cursive.
So it's like, guys, like, all right, yeah. I think it's because it's Oprah telling the story about Whitney. People like, oh my God.
And you know what? I wanted to say that our community does not like Oprah.
I do believe.
Well, yeah, if you're a bad
they don't.
They don't like Oprah.
I bet you before they even hit play, they were like, oh, what
you
this
know,
bitch got to say?
I had to learn that. So through the discourse of Monique and many other people speaking out against this, the response that I saw was, Oprah only tells these type of damaging story about black people. We never hear her talk down on the white people.
They never heard the 60 minutes of the fucking interview.
Yeah, but like,
let's hear the interview. Then we have a collective conversation about the entire 60 minutes, not that clip. The clip was an idea of like, okay, cool. But I don't think it's to that point where we're like, oh, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, people have had problems with Oprah for a long time with various things.
Of course. Yeah. But I do believe
I don't.
I believe.
Hey, Oprah girl, I like you. I want to be your friend. I hang with you and Kel.
What's the seven? What's number 6?
Oh, what's
number 5? Agreed. Which one?
Agreed was 4.
4. That's she's leaning into number 4.
Well, that's why her ass.
No.
What's Greed? What's Greed? What number?
3.
Let me tell you right now.
We want that old.
Me wanting to be friends with Oprah has little to do with the money that she has, because I don't look at people in that way.
Right.
But who she has been in terms of how she's elevated herself throughout her career, the roles that she played in not only daytime television and being a woman that could interview and lead a talk show, but she's played roles in movies and she has a network. Like to be and for me right now, I'm looking up to the Issa Raes, the Mara Brock Akils, the Quinta Brunsons, right? But Oprah was all of that before
Jalen
these.
Brunson
100%.
I didn't say Jalen.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
I say Quinta Brunson, and this nigga says Jalen.
I can't wait for Game 2 of the NBA season next year.
I heard you say that about Game 3 about the Atlanta.
Oh wait, you know Game 1 they
Game 1 you get the rings. You got to do the whole fuck shit all over again. I can't wait for Game 2 when it gets to be regular basketball.
Wait till all the merch
get back to regular life. Again.
Atlanta, let me tell y'all something. Wait till all the merch starts getting delivered to the recipients.
No, can I tell y'all, old lady again. The way I wanted this Trader Joe's bag of the Knicks, and I don't even be carrying bags to Trader Joe's. I also don't go to Trader Joe's.
That.
Wait,
wow.
You didn't see the Trader Joe's grocery bag for the Knicks? I was actually going to buy everyone one, but then they were way more expensive than I thought. Because the Trader Joe's bags be like $3-4 at checkout.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
little tote bag, right?
$19.99.
Yeah.
That's worth it. Look at that shit. Look.
Oh, wait, look. There we go. We pulled it up. Look how
they
dope
still got
it is.
them? Where we could get that
They do.
at?
We can order it. Look
I'm
at
about to order that shit.
Oh wait,
right
it's only
now.
$16.95 now. Oh, this looks like a
Were they only available?
They stole the design.
Yo,
of course they did.
Of course.
They stole the design, but it's really dope. No, yeah, go to this one. There we go. Look how dope that is.
Were they only available at New York Trader Joe's?
No. You could buy it online. So I was gonna buy everyone it,
okay.
but I thought they were gonna be the cost of the regular Trader Joe's grocery bags.
Yeah,
and they were $20 instead of the $4 or $5.
The economy, man.
I tried to go on the sneaker app and get the cement 3s, the Nick colorway, and I was in there filling out the information, and I hit the button, and I was like, "Why this shit stuck?" It just, and I said, "All right, let me refresh." sold out. I'm like, you motherfucking thirsties.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's get to our last topic of the day. I don't think we'll get to any conversation. I mean, maybe we'll be able to finish if we get through this quickly.
Yeah,
so Lizzo recently complained about the lack of support from her label after her record sales were published. Now, I do want to read this. She took to Twitter to say, I actually can answer. So basically, someone said, Lizzo not having a fan base is so weird to me when this woman literally was selling out arenas not even 2 years ago. Where did those people go? I did also attend her concert at Madison Square Garden where Lotto opened up for her. Phenomenal. Let me just say that. I was thoroughly impressed and enjoyed the Lizzo concert at MSG. Shout out to Dre Davis. So Lizzo responded, I actually can answer this. The industry changed so much in the last 3 years. Streaming replaced radio, and I was a radio darling. That's how my fans discovered my music. Not to mention, the very obvious and public attack on my career changed things. But I'm out here doing my absolute best, and you can't knock a bitch for that. Now.
Facts.
Thoughts?
Music industry has changed. The how we purchase music, no one buys music anymore. And if they do, those are the hardcore purist fans.
Right.
We talked about this even in the podcast and media space. You have to do 5,000 things to get the one thing off. And I think that's what artists, even successful artists, are realizing now because the label structures have changed. The marketing and promo departments have been dissolved. So the emphasis to work a record is not the same anymore. So you're not going to see the result that she probably is used to. So what she has to do, in my opinion, I won't give away all the source, but there's ways around it. You have to look at what determines a successful record has to change mentally, like how we view it. Also, there's a value to dealing with your consumer and the customer, your community, right? Catering to it, developing and catering to the community, right? And start there. You have to now be the department that was dissolved in Atlantic, I believe. She has to be that department herself now. She has to invest in a team of people that's going to do the things that the label used to do for her and the other acts that's on the label. And that's not her problem. That is how the industry is at large because we have got into a world of streaming and we're still trying to figure this shit out, the metrics of it.
I think...
And I say that because she's not the only one.
I think you are providing Lizzo Bumbell. Hear me out.
Maybe.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
But I'm speaking to a larger issue, though. She just she's the artist today that's
of that.
Right.
That could be a larger issue. However, court of public opinion.
Here we go.
Strikes again.
Umbaklati.
That's actually, let's do that as the title. Court of public opinion strikes again.
That's the title.
So Lizzo, unfortunately, who came into the space as this big, voluptuous, body positivity queen who said, I'm healthy, I can do saxophone, I can run, I'm healthy, but I love my big black body. Unfortunately, was sued by the dancers from her television show where they claimed not only sexual assault, where she was forcing them to eat, I don't know, bananas out of fucking strippers' pussies in Thailand or some shit.
Yeah, I think she was in
They also were accusing her of unabashedly shaming their body during the process.
Projection.
Yep.
And so the lawsuit stemmed from like a hostile work environment, sexual harassment, all these things that once a woman of power and esteem is accused of, especially to other women, it's kind of tricky.
Get dicey.
The other thing that took place after being accused of all these, the dismissal of the lawsuit wasn't as loud as the actual lawsuit filed, first off.
Sure.
Second off.
It's always like that.
During this same sense, every clip that we saw of Lizzo, she was dropping pounds. So whether she was eating less, whether she was on the fucking Trizepatide, Ozempic, Mounjaro, GLP-1, whatever she used, it got to the part where the people that connected to her as a big woman being proud to be big it changed into, I don't know if I see myself in her anymore either, because now she's losing the weight. Now maybe she wasn't happy to be a big bitch. Now, like, she doesn't speak for me. Now I no longer relate to her. And in being a radio darling and getting all of these big hits, what we talk about in podcasting, which has been a big thing for us, is growing an audience that will support you through growth. Growing an audience of people that rock with you through your albums. It's why I'm such a huge stan of J. Cole. I've been with that nigga a long time.
Right.
Because he grew a fan base that wants to see him win. When you come out the gate as a radio darling, who is your core audience? To me, your core audience is big black women who are into body positivity and feminism. No, let's be very clear. And guess what? Guess what you lose? You lose that when women are suing you for sexual assault and body shaming.
Well, that part.
And you lose it when you start to lose weight. Like, there's been people
being healthy is
hold on.
Well, also,
no,
she did well, and I'm not. This is no funny,
So
but
they can't
Lizzo
still
is still a big girl. Like,
No,
she lost some weight, but she's still a big girl.
You ready?
Like,
you ready? I am 150 pounds. There's a part of the internet that constantly talks about my weight, my chin count, my neck count, all the things. No, but but hear me out. I am over 80 pounds less than what I've been. And guess what I didn't get to do? As I started losing weight, guess who kicked me out? The BBW community. So in terms of me speaking as a big girl and how society viewed me as to the men that I should or could or would be able
eligible for or whatever, right?
The way that I express myself sexually, the ways in which I move about the industry are and were constantly questioned because of my size, right? And so as I lost weight, there became the split of men and certain people who view size a certain way, completely still being like, well, you're a big bitch. Who's fucking you? Who's claiming you? You don't have a husband because you a big bitch. How could you have an opinion as a bitch that looks like that? Because stop
you
eating.
Shouldn't have thoughts. You shouldn't have any type of
Y'all are
brain
now
because-
collaborated with me on a lot of things. They say a lot of nasty things. However, in terms of me speaking for big women, they kicked me out.
Because you want better
now-
cardiovascular health. Because you want to fucking breathe and without a CPAP.
They don't.
think that's an
well,
issue.
well, and they
have
took
it-
away
maybe they have an issue.
me being comfortable in my own body because I didn't stay 230 pounds,
Right.
and because I'm now like maintaining my weight 8 years after a gastric sleeve surgery. And what sucks is you don't get to be body positive and lose weight. If you guys want to see, there's a documentary on HBO, Tricky. It's tricky.
I thought it was
It's called Paradise.
That's what does.
Oh,
No.
I was about to say, yeah, I was like, it's
Look
called
it up.
tricky.
Hold on,
I was
no.
like, oh,
It's tricky because there's a level of fetishism, kink,
shit.
consent with big women, right?
Right.
But the way that they even treat you when you gain weight
Yeah, I mean,
is terrible. And so like if
It's the unprotected
Lizzo
patriarchy.
would have been someone who was body positive, who continued to get bigger, I think that would have been tricky too.
I mean, here's what I say about Lizzo. I mean, and some of that could be true. I think that the reason Lizzo didn't sell no records this time around is because
By the way, it's P-E-A-R. Sorry. Paradise. It's apparently
like
the TikTok, but it's something
That's
about.
fucked up.
That's
Hold on,
crazy.
let me get the
That's
actual
crazy.
documentary
Wow.
because y'all know I do like talking documentaries here.
Peers.
No,
Shout out to Pear.
P-E-A.
Shout out to Peers.
Nigga, pear. Like what the fuck Rick Ross said. Pear, babe.
Peers.
Pear. Paradise. You spelled that wrong too. There you go. Big Girls Wanted. Escaping Paradise.
Big Girls Wanted Escaping Paradise.
What is it? Is it-
Jesus
is it a
Christ.
It is a documentary of a very, very wealthy exec in Hollywood who during the pandemic was like, I like women 500 pounds plus.
Okay.
And if you
supersized
don't feel
BBW.
wanted or desired, come here to my mansion. This is a safe space.
That's
And
creepy.
What kind
There's
of
a-
food? What kind of charcuterie board they have?
Not a lot. So apparently there's also a place in Vegas where there's a routine. It's called Heart Attack.
Oh shit!
Or look it up.
This is
Look up Heart Attack
They just
Vegas.
leaning into the
it's
fucking
apparently-
So
ignorance.
apparently, if you weigh over 500 pounds, you get to eat for free.
Oh,
But there's a scale there where you go.
I've seen that.
Yes, it's
and you
crazy.
have to. You got to meet the mark. You got to.
It's called Heart Attack Grill,
bro. Look at
and
this
if
shit.
if you weigh over 500 pounds, you get to eat for free, and it's a gluttonous. This
permanently
is glutton.
closed.
Oh damn!
See, somebody died.
Probably for the best.
The heart attack.
Jesus Christ.
Well, no, you ready? During the doc,
Let's say why
2
they
people
closed?
pass away for their weights, and so it gets tricky in that. But anyways, I mean, a lot of people are also into my 600-pound life. Nonetheless, there's a huge conversation around what her core group or audience look like,
Well,
that's what you're talking
That's what I'm
about.
going to get to. Like, yes, I think that the body positivity. I think that was a big part of her marketing, of her building her public image of like, this is what I'm about, this is what I'm into. But like, let's be clear. Lizzo's music was Mos Def, like so many SKUs music. Like the way Mos Def talked about Drake, like she did pop music. Yep. She did music for Target and Walmart and Abercrombie, all the SKUs. Like she did pop music that was honestly like mainly attracted to white people. I don't think that. I'm not saying that Lizzo doesn't have any black fans. I just don't think
there were a few scattered at the concert.
Yeah, but I don't think that I don't think that her main audience of people who were going out loving Lizzo, finding the money were like the black community. I don't know. I don't know that Lizzo ever had a song that resonated with the black community in a way that was like super hyper cultural, where it's not a big pop record for everybody. This is a black ass song. And when she started doing black ass songs, niggas didn't like them shits.
I actually like, they were
Ratchet
songs.
Lizzo, yeah, it was all whole songs, which is fine. I'm not against that, but I'm just saying like people weren't as into that music as they were as her big pop anthems. Like that's what made her
that's the marketing promo I was talking about.
But not even
her
the marketing.
label was marketing that to that.
But what was the single
the label
for this album?
The label was, but wait, you said something really big. So even in the comments, someone mentioned it. She ended up being political during the presidential campaigning.
Mm-hmm.
And she literally publicly stated, if you're voting for Trump, don't listen to my music no more.
And there was a lot.
And so if you're saying that her audience was also
there was a lot of fucking Trumpers. Of course.
White women at that. And we know where they lean because we just heard they would give up their vote.
Yeah, these conservative white women are driving around in these minivans and mommy mobiles and they cranking that shit. I feel good as hell. All that shit. They love that shit.
Why did you just sound like her?
Because that's how she be
That was good. That was very good.
That was really good.
That's how she be sounding. So it's like they love that music. They didn't know anything about Lizzo's political leanings or none of that shit. They were just listening to this pop music and it was hyper poppy and they love that shit.
Her latest album is titled Bitch, by the way, which I also don't think helps.
No,
as someone who
help.
has dealt with with marketing pushback for horrible decisions for so many years, I think titling an album Bitch keeps you from billboards in Times Square, keeps you from certain marketing things, keeps you from maybe daytime television. Mind you, you're Lizzo, but
those conservative white women
this isn't
don't want to play. Yeah, but
this isn't special. This is the word bitch.
Yeah, no, those
which gets
conservative
bleeped
white
out
women,
even on Love Island, apparently.
Yeah, they don't want to support that.
And so, but it's not even that. It's Lizzo. You made this title. It's why we titled our book "No Holes Barred." I was like, and we still got pushback because of the holes.
Holes, right?
You can't have sexually explicit or words that
controversial words
that this is profanity.
Yeah,
and this is
right.
an album that you're trying to push after your debut album from 2022, which, by the way, debuted at number 2 with 39,000 pure copies sold.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo's recent album that was released at the top of the month, June 5th, sold only 2,600 copies in its first week.
What was the single even for this song?
So,
I don't even know what was.
I don't know.
No one knows. I don't think. That's the other part. Like a hit record cure everything. Even with all the body positivity, even with all the people that I'm talking about, the white. If the record came out and was some type of smash, there would have been nothing that they could have done about it.
But the thing is too, the music should always somewhat reflect the times we're living in. And for her to be now on her third album, because of all the things that she had attached to her, she hasn't put a record that transcended to or connected to those audiences, right?
I will say I was glad to see her at the BET Awards.
It's just more of the it's more, but it's just more of the same.
It is. You're right.
So now it's like what she's not doing records from a perspective that's relatable. To your point before, relatable content, right? So that could be a big part of it too. And she has a lot of shit on her that you mentioned that she hasn't. She should talk about what happened to the dancers. What's the follow-up?
Please join us on Selective.
Because people were invested in that.
I would love to have the conversation because I do think you're right. I think we're in a realm where people want to know the person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you accountable? Are you apologetic? Do we have you confused as a person?
You know how many people would love to hear her say, or anyone, yo, I fucked up. I'm a human. It's like you fucked up yesterday.
Well, not only that.
The only difference is she's a celebrity. We don't know the regular person.
Right.
No, we're looking at boss women, unfortunately, too, from a lens of people looking to attack. We'll talk about this another time, or maybe I'll bring this up on a bonus episode. Kylie Jenner is being sued by like the third person that's worked for her. Mm-hmm. There's a woman that got hired while she was pregnant who endured a miscarriage. She is suing Kylie Jenner for the miscarriage, saying that
it was out and it was hospital.
She was overworked, and that led to her miscarriage. And so, unfortunately, when you are also a person of power, of money, we see people go after checks all the time.
This is the most litigious
and so the fact that this
I
case was dropped, but it wasn't made a big deal that it was dropped.
That was dropped, right?
She's been held to the fire of public opinion.
You got to be loud in the solution. Just as loud as you was with the accusation.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's crazy. It sucks. We're not gonna get to. I mean, honestly, y'all didn't watch BET Awards. I did just want to say
some clips. I saw some of the performances.
If you haven't yet, the tribute to Lauryn Hill,
phenomenal.
Was by far one of the best tributes I've seen at a
She was
award
phenomenal
show
too. Her performance was phenomenal. Duran Bernard, Common.
Well, Duran Bernard was.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking D'Angelo. Common was.
It was
a
Common,
part of
Queen Latifah,
who looked fabulous.
Tierra Whack,
shout out Big Whack,
Doja Cat, SZA, Doechii. Was Bilal? I think Bilal came out. No,
I think that was for D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was incredible. No notes. She came out, and if you guys can re-listen to it, I saw a clip that compared or referenced Lauryn Hill singing X Factor as a way that Americans can view living here. And listen, I'm just going to pull it up real quick. Because
I was having a debate about her again.
Oh, you know what?
She could be considered the greatest. Nigga, when you a special motherfucker, you don't need 18 albums.
It's funny.
She dropped that one because that was so fucking
she been
incredible.
30 years.
That's it.
I said that same thing because
they know they tried to. They said, "Oh, well, what about?" I said, "Andre, nigga."
But I was gonna say, Ray Daniels and Mickey Fax, and then we're having that same talk, and niggas in there talking about, well, he didn't do this, and he only had this many verses, and
who gives
I was like,
fuck?
Who gives a fuck about that? It's
a good book, a great book is a great book. That's it.
And the truth of life is that the rules don't apply to everybody.
It don't.
First off,
when you're a special
sometimes
nigga,
when you're special, that's just what it is.
Case in point, D'Angelo, right?
I was gonna say case in point, Huckleberry Finn. Like the fact that we still gotta read certain shits. Like if y'all can respect Basquiat's art. This many years later, if y'all can respect the Mona Lisa, like all of literature, I don't understand why there's a conversation
James Baldwin,
around this.
We have enough so we could keep going back over and over and over again because it was so great.
It was dense, and you're gonna go through that shit a million times and get different things from it.
I want to play this real quick.
Where was this at?
This is BET Awards.
Okay.
Listen to the words.
Woo.
It's a battle loving America, babe.
Goosebumps.
Tell me what to be to gain some reciprocity. No one loves.
She's a Gemini, by the way.
Oh.
Just so you know.
She's
phenomenal. I'm glad she didn't do another album.
She ate this. I want to read this.
That's fine.
You have to recognize that about yourself. That no, I don't have.
I don't have
my
to.
job is complete there.
Yeah, I did that thing. Yeah, and that's it.
And someone said that Lauryn Hill's X Factor perfectly mirrors our people's relationship with America.
Yes.
And suddenly, every lyric feels heavier. A love that never stopped being loved despite the pain. A loyalty that wasn't always returned. A relationship filled with hope, sacrifice, disappointment, and the constant question of whether the feeling was ever truly mutual. Maybe that's why the song continues to resonate decades later. The greatest art often ends up speaking to something much bigger than what it was originally written about. And viewed through that lens, X Factor hits completely differently. Now, mind you, this is actually from the Global Citizen Live in Rio. This was that actual audio.
Yeah.
And what I just read came from Welcome to the Culture.
When did this album come out? Miseducation of Lauren, 1998?
98 or 99?
Well, it's 30 years. So 90, was it 90?
Oh, was it 96?
97?
So 90. So, but what I'm saying is, it was the late 90s for sure. So the thing is, you see how relatable this shit is to today? That's why she don't need another album.
98.
Right, 98. That's why she don't need another album, because it resonates today. It resonated then, it resonates today. That's timeless, bro.
Yeah. And
she gave us her fucking Mona Lisa in her album.
Yeah.
She gave us her Mona fucking
and you motherfuckers
Lisa.
need to just accept it. Don't tell me about, oh, she be late. Nigga, shut the fuck up. So what? Everybody be late. We was late.
Y'all was. I mean, don't fuck being late now.
But that don't mean. But you could be late. But you could be late and great.
You could be
late and great, nigga.
Do you hear this?
You could be late and great. Sometimes you was late because you was preparing to be great.
When you die, they call you the late
and
great.
Sometimes when
oh, y'all not getting this one off.
Yeah, that was it. Mic drop, nigga.
That's the
Drop
game.
that bitch.
Even Yomi is shaking her head. Hold on.
No, because people like paid their hard-earned money for her to show and give them a full show.
Facts.
And so whenever she doesn't show up, I think it comes in between like her
the respect that people have for her.
Yeah. And I do think she has had a couple
they'll
of those.
They'll get over it. It's fine.
Sure.
It's fine.
I
It's
understand.
fine.
I think she is talented, amazing, and like legend.
She
but
is a
those
god.
for sure. But
those are things that no.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those type of things will affect people's perception.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying we don't have to keep saying that shit.
Late great these nuts. If she keeps showing up
hasn't been
late,
late,
we'll
but
keep
she
talking
hasn't
about
been
it.
late.
I agree.
She just been great.
No, she has been great lately.
Sometimes in order to be great, you got to be late.
Mind you, during the BET Awards, everyone was like, "Is Lauryn Hill even present?
Is she even there?
Is
Did
she
she
there
even
yet?"
see her tribute?
Can I also say I love
That's
it.
crazy.
That's crazy.
But you know what's right? But I think it's overusage now.
No,
it's like at this
it's not.
point,
Well,
it's not like she does over the last, I would say, 7 years. That hasn't been a thing.
No,
Yes, it
I don't know.
has. In the last 7?
No.
Yeah, I don't. 7 is too
last
long.
year.
I was gonna say
Just last
maybe
year.
the last 365 days.
And then I will stick up for her yet again.
Nah, y'all give grace to all bullshit. Y'all gave grace. Y'all gave grace to Marion and these niggas on fucking
The
verses.
programming was behind last year at Essence. She was late, but that was not her fault. I do also want to say, leading into 4th of July weekend, I will be in New Orleans. Essence Fest this year. If you are out and about, please speak to me. Say hi, all the things. Before we leave out too, not to make it dark, I want to send my prayers and wishes and miracle angels over to Chris Johnson.
Oh yeah.
CJ is someone I know from Orlando. I've known him for, oh my God, I don't know, 15 years plus. Chris Johnson was a former player on the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
He used to go by
Baller.
CJ2K. He was a phenomenal athlete who recently just went on Good Morning America and shared with Michael Strahan that he is battling ALS.
Yep. 39 years old.
39 years old. The father of 4 children.
Yeah.
Married to Britt. Britt, I'm so glad that he has you in his circle, in his realm right now. His former teammate reached out to me and was like, he's been crying all day. I don't want to cry. It's just sad. He's 39.
Yeah, 39 years. Like that's
He
terrible.
literally, right now, if you guys watch the Good Morning America interview, he's talking with his eyes. Technology is allowing him to talk through him like looking at letters on a screen. He can't talk. He can't talk.
Wow.
He can't move.
How long has he been like this?
He has a case of sporadic ALS, which did not run in his family, is not genetic. it happened, and he's declined drastically. Looking at his social media, he stopped posting in June. This is also a lot to see. He can't talk. We've had so many conversations over the last years. He's been wanting to pod. He came to my studio in New York. He's been tapping in with me to podcast. So to see that he literally cannot talk at 39 years old is really hard. So if y'all could send prayers, best of wishes, all the things to Chris Johnson and his family, that would be great. Other than that, Friday, me and my girl Kiki from Cocktails Podcast will be going over all things, babe.
That was a hard.
Her Aki and the cock.
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta say, listen, I know cocktails, because that's what it is. Okay. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on the B2K versus Pretty Ricky that went down last Thursday, I'm talking about it with a girl, because I don't know if y'all can really give it up like I want to give it up about these motherfuckers. Y'all cannot.
I cannot. I know who I am, and I cannot give it up like that. You cannot,
but also y'all weren't connected to...
That's true, too.
Pretty Ricky and B2K the way that we were.
I've never had no honey in my mouth.
No, I respect it.
Yeah, so I brought in reinforcements to have the discussion.
Love that.
So
Can't wait to listen.
check out Friday's bonus episode.
You got some love on Versus, too.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all heard. So right when they go to start singing Honey, and people were texting me, and shout out to the Discord for noticing it. As they started Honey and Spectacular pulled out the chair, Pleasure P literally was like, hey man, ain't nobody spitting no honey in no mouth during this performance. He literally said, none of that is happening.
That's hilarious.
But it was hilarious. Shout out to Spectacular, Pleasure P, Baby Blue, Pretty Ricky, and Slickum. Best sending condolences and wishes to you and your journey as well. But anyways, yeah, if y'all want to hear that, that's the bonus episode.
I got one last thing. I noticed something before about the story with the girl that took the trash can when Yomi and D pulled up her what she got going on.
What she got going on?
Yo, you know she has a podcast?
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
What is it? Is it Nick's podcast?
Wait, she's a podcaster? Oh, yeah, not.
She had a professional pod. Like,
I'm not gonna lie,
if you pull it up again, it'll say,
to talk about,
it tells you the name of the pod and everything.
Wait a second. Can you pull that up?
Yo.
Her name was Angie Baez.
Is it like an executive podcast? Like I'm talking about business and talking about
be.
like...
I think it was
crazy.
Because it was on another platform that had, when we were trying to figure out what her name was.
Right.
It was there. It said, oh, she's such and such and such. And she has a podcast called boo, 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 about this, that, and the third.
Where's it at? No, that's...
If you go back to her,
I don't know
to
if
that,
she got one.
to the
no, that's TJ, Amy.
No,
and
go
TJ
back
Holmes.
to that profile that was there.
Maybe you saw podcasters.
Nah, it was this. It was on her shit. It was on the Google search that came.
Well, we're looking for it. Y'all could look up Angie. She gonna need your podcast listens.
There we go. The unconscious bias. That shit.
I actually really like that name.
Well, she might be potting
didn't
more
like
now.
bias?
She might be potting some more.
Say she got all the time in the world now.
Yeah,
The unconscious bias. I actually really like that
is pretty.
name.
That's kind of hard. Though.
That's a hard ass name.
If she ain't got no active episodes,
Wait,
shame on you.
Go up. No. Let me read this. Oh no, that's not her. That's an MMA fighter. I don't know.
Well, hey, you got time on your hands.
I really like that.
I'll let Mandy be.
I got you, girl. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Selective Ignorance, baby. Make sure, again, you tap in, you subscribe, you watch this full episode on YouTube at With Mandy B. This is Selective Ignorance, where curiosity lives, controversy thrives, and conversations matter. See you next week.